Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and a very, very warm welcome to the Gstaad Palace on this beautiful summer's afternoon. Welcome for those who've travelled here today, and also to those bidders who will be participating on our phones and on the internet. Bear with us while we're doing that, while the internet does come through. There's a lot of bidders from across the globe participating today. It gives me and the whole Bonhams team enormous pleasure to be back here at the Gstaad Palace after a 14-year interlude. Bewley Sale in the UK and our Goodwood Sale on the 17th of September. And then we cross back to the USA for our Audrain Concours auction on the 30th. And then we're back in Europe at Knockler Zoot for our Zoot sale on the 9th of October. Consignments are open for all of these auctions, so again, please contact us or a member of the Swiss team in Geneva or Zurich. Elsewhere in Bonhams, we are also celebrating this week the acquisition of the auction house Gstaad Sale in Paris, another addition to the Bonhams family. And so we look forward to commencing sales with them in the autumn as well. Thank you very much. Over to you, Martin.
Thank you very much, Paul. I put myself on mute there. Good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. That's a little bit late. We're not going to take that long. Don't worry about it. But also, on my behalf, I have a really warm welcome here at the Gstaad Palace. We're so pleased to have you all here in the room. As your auctioneer, it is my pleasure to be conducting your sale today. And I just have also a few notices before I start. As this sale is being conducted in accordance with the conditions of sale, as included in the print or online catalogue and published on our website, we suggest that you read the conditions of sale carefully as they apply to the sale as well to the other Bonhams sales. There is a buyer's premium which will be charged today as an additional charge on motor cars, 15% plus VAT, and on the two lots that you see here in front of you, the memorabilia, the buyer's premium is 27.5% on the first 25,000 Swiss francs, then 26% from 25,000 or 25,001,000 Swiss francs to 700,000, 20% from 700 to 4 million, and should we get over to 4 million, it's 13.9% on the balance. Some lots may be subject to VAT on the hammer price, and they will be clearly marked in the catalogue, both online as well, the written catalogue. Any amendments to the catalogue description or indeed information that has come to light since the description was published, the sale room notices will be read out by my colleague Paul here prior to the lot being offered. And do also note any other relevant symbols beside the lot numbers explained in the notice to bidders that may be applicable. That's a lot of information, Paul. So let's start with lot number one.
We were all paying attention there, yes. Martin, not to worry. Lot number one is this beautiful green ink drawing, which is displayed in front of me. And regrettably, I can't see on which side it is on. But down in front of me, you'll see a beautiful green ink drawing of the 993 Gambala, executed by Fabrizio Buonamassa Stigliani, who, of course, is better known, I think, as the lead designer for Bulgari watches. But a great car enthusiast, and I think a really beautiful piece offered here without reserve.
Thank you very much. And we have bidding here, ladies and gentlemen. So let's open the bidding here with me in Swiss francs at 150, 200 Swiss. 200 Swiss francs is bid already. 200 Swiss francs I have. The bid is at 200. Any advance at 200. 200. And now also online at 200. Hello, how are you? At 200 Swiss. 220. 220 now. 240 is against you. 240. 260 is your bid. 300 is against you. 300 is against you. Still my bid at 300. 300 now. Would you like 320? 300 now. The bid is at 300 Swiss against you. 300 francs Suisse contre vous. 300 Swiss against you. Would you like to bid another bid? At 300 Swiss. Thank you very much. 320, 350, still with my absentee bidder. Against you, still going strong at 350 now. Next would be 380. No, are you sure? At 350 then. The bid is at 350 then. Back of the room at 380. Thank you very much. 380, 400 ahead of you. At 400 now. The bid is at 400 Swiss. 400 now. 420, 450, 450. Would you like to go for 480? 450 Swiss is the bid at 450 now. At 450. One more time. 450 then. The bid is at 450 Swiss. Are you sure? And you, sir? Are you sure? At 450 Swiss. Last chance then at 450, 480 now online. 480 is the bid online. It's 500 ahead of you online. My bidder is at 5. Would you like 550? The bid is at 550 Swiss online at 500 now. Would be 550 would be your bid. 500 is my bid against you online. Would you like to click for 550? At 500 Swiss. 550, thank you very much. 600 ahead of you. 600 still against you. Next is 650. 600 then. 600 Swiss francs against you now online with my absentee bid at 600. Would you like to make it 650? At 600 now. The bid is at 600. 600 against you in the room again as well. At 600 then, are we all done at 6? And my selling online, fair warning, at 600 Swiss francs and selling the lot one, 650 now. And it's your bid, 650 and I'm out. 650 and now we're in the, wherever we are in the world at 650 Swiss. 650 then, the bid is at 650. Shall I sell at 650 Swiss? Going once and twice at 650, 650 francs Swiss. 650 online, thank you so much. And the number is 6150. 6150 at 650 Swiss. Paul.
Parfait, merci beaucoup. And we'll pass now to lot number 2, which is a second drawing by, again, Fabrizio Bonamassa Stigliani. This one produced for the cover of the Swiss Roadbook magazine, which you will see circulating around this room here. This one, a beautiful piece on the Lotus Esprit in black ink.
Thank you very much. And we're going to open the bidding here with me, ladies and gentlemen, with my bidders. I have the bid opening here at 420, 450, 450 Swiss. 450 Swiss is the bid at 450 now. I've got 450 and 450 is selling the lot, ladies and gentlemen, at 450 Swiss now. The bid is at 450, 480 at 480 now. At 480 now. The bid is at 480. Any advance at 480, going for 5. 480 now. Who'll give me 500? The bid is at 480 Swiss francs at 480. At 480 Swiss francs. 480 Swiss, the bid is at 480. At 480. Any advance at 480? 480 Swiss then. At 480 then, it's with my online bidder at 500 now, new place. 500 at 500 now, against you now at 5. Do you want to click for 550? Also in the air at 500 now. The bid is at 500 Swiss. 500 Swiss francs. At 500 then. Any advance at 5? 500. Am I selling then? At 500 then. Are we all done? At 500 Swiss francs. 500. Thank you so much. 6150.
Thank you very much, Martin. And so we pass on to the first of our motoring lots, the first of our cars. Thank you, Paul. Very elegantly done. Lot 101 is the 1957 Heinkel cabin that you would have passed as you came into the hotel in the lobby. Again, I apologise, Mr. Schertz. We will remove that when we leave tomorrow. We won't forget it. It's a beautifully presented example of an iconic microcar, freshly restored and with a Swiss registration.
Thank you very much. And we have the bidding here, ladies and gentlemen, starting for the microcar. The bidding immediately at, what shall we say? Let me say 7,000, 7,500 I have at 7,005. 7,005, 8,000. 8,005 is ahead of you. 8,005 is ahead of you. Who'll give me 9? 9,000 is bid. 9,000, would you like 9,500? 9,500, 9,500. 9,500 jetzt geboten. 9,005 is the bid at 9,500. Who'll give me 10?
Bidding.
9,500. 10, 11 now even, with Gregory. 11 gegen Sie. Möchten Sie 12? Is geboten. 12,000 now. The bid is at 12,000 against you, Gregory. 12,000, the bid ahead of you at 12. Would you like to make it 13? 12,000. 13,000. 13,000. 13,000 now. Are you bidding, sir? 13,000 is ahead of you at 13,000. 13,000 and on my right and selling at 13,000 if we're all done at 13,000 only. 13,000 Swiss at 13,000. 1,000, no, 13,000 now. Are we done at 13,000 then? The gavel is up at 13,000. I'm selling it on my right at 13,000 Swiss then to Gregory on the phone at 13,000, going once and twice at 13,000. 13,000 francs Suisse. Dankjewel. 1020, 1020 at 13,000 Swiss francs.
Dankeschön and dankevel. My Dutch will get there, right? We'll get there. Lot 102, the 1970 Fiat 500L, one of the icons of 20th century motoring design, of course, and a car that will put a smile on your face wherever you take it, and probably anyone that sees you in the road as well, to be fair. Again, a very nicely restored example, and you probably, again, would have seen it as you entered the hotel on your left.
Thank you very much, Paul. And for this lot, ladies and gentlemen, we can start. Qu'est-ce qu'on pourrait dire? On pourra commencer à 5,500 déjà. 5,500, c'est déjà offert. 5,005 is the bid and selling at 5,500. 5,005 now. The bid is at 5,500. Any advance at 5,500 now. The bid is at 5,500. Against you, Daniela, 5,500 for the Fiat Cinquecento at 5,500 only. 5,500 now. At 5,005. 6,000. Thank you very much. 6,000. Ihres Gebot. 6,000 Gebot. 6,500 gegen Sie. 6,500 gegen Sie geboten jetzt. 6,5 is the bid against you at 6,5. 7,000, 7,000 now. 7,000 is your bid at 7,000 now. In the back of the room, was that a bid at 7,000? 7,005 is against you. 7,500 gegen Sie. 7,500 jetzt gegen Sie geboten. 7,5 is against you. Would you like to go for 8,000? Thank you very much. 8,000 now. The bid is at 8,000. At 8,000 euros. 8,000. Shall we go once more? 8,000 and 500. 8,005. Are you sure? 8,500 now. The bid is against you at 8,500. 8,500 then. Still against you with my bidder at 8,500. Sind Sie sicher? 8,500 gegen Sie. Vielleicht noch ein kleines letzter Erfolg. 8,500 gegen Sie. Wirklich, sicher? At 8.5 then, it's my bid at 8,500. At 8,500 then, are we all done at 8,005? Am I selling then at 8,500 then? Is there a bid, Paul, at 8,005? I have 8,005.
Gentleman pointing at me.
Gentleman pointing at you, at 8,500. 8,005 then, the bid is at 8,500 with the absentee at 8.5 and selling then at 8,500. We are selling the car. Are you shaving a bit? What are you shaving it to? 8,800? 8,800 will do. 8,800, thank you so much. 8,800 now is the bid now. It's your bid at 8,800. 8,000, I've got 9,000 against you. Gegen Sie, 9,000 gegen Sie geboten. 9,000 is the bid against you. 9,000, I'll take the 200. 9,000 is against you. Ask Daniela, he'll do it for you. At 9,000 now, the bid is against you at, yes? 9,200, no, 9,000. And the bid is at 9,000 Swiss. Are we all done at 9,000? Selling at 9,000. Letzte Chance. 9,000 gegen Sie geboten. 9,000, and I'm selling it here at 9,000 Swiss. 9,000, thank you so much, sir. 9,000 for my absentee bidder, 6078.
Thank you very much. Lot 103, the 2009 Fiat 500 Abarth Ferrari Dealer Edition. Very rare model, this one, only 200 or so produced. This is model number 182, and these were originally designed for Ferrari to be courtesy cars. However, they were so popular that they ended up selling them directly to customers, directly new. This one delivered new to Switzerland and offered here today without reserve.
Without reserve and no extra VAT on the hammer price either.
No
so there we go.
VAT,
Important to know, ladies and gentlemen, no extra VAT on the hammer price. And we're going to open a bidding here with my absentee bid, actually. And I have already a bid at 10,000 Swiss. 10,000 is already a bid at 10,000. I can sell it at 10. 11,000 I have in the room. Thank you. That's your bid, sir. 11,000 now. 11,000 and my absentee bidder is out at 10,000 and you're at 11. 11,000 I have in the room. Any advance at 11,000? 11,000. 12,000 online. 12,000 online geboten. 12,000. 13,000. 13,000. 13,000. 13,000 now online. It's against you at 13,000. 13,000 is right here at the Gstaad Palace, but it's 14,000 against you now, sir. 14,000 with my online bidder. Would you like 15? 14,000 is ahead of you. 14,000 now, the bid online at 14,000. Thank you very much. 15,000. 15,000 online against you now. 15,000 is the bid ahead of you. 15,000 contro di lei. 15,000 is against you. Shall we make it 16,000? And they are clicking for 16, sir. 16 is ahead of you. Would you like 17? 16,000 now. The bid is at 16 against you. No? Are you sure? 16,000 then. The bid is at 16,000. 16,000 Swiss then. Thank you so much. It's online at 16,000. Any advance at 16? At 16,000 then. The bid is at 16,000. Online 17. New place. Two bidders now online. At 17,000. 17,000. Can we make it 18? At 17,000 for the Fiat Abarth. At 17,000 only. 17,000 now. The bid is at 17. At 17,000 now. Any more bids at 17? Are we done online at 17,000? Am I selling 18,000? 18 now. But 18,000. Why? Oh, there's an angle there as well. Maybe I should look at two angles to make it easier for the people online. That's your bid, we say. And then your bid is now against you. Would you like to make it 19 online? 19,000 is bid. 19,000. Shall we go 20? 19,000 now. The bid is at 19. Can we make it 20,000? 19,000 now. The bid at 19,000 Swiss. At 19,000. 19,000 now. It's at 19,000 now. Am I hammering down at 19? At 19,000. Then going once at 19,000 and twice at 19,000. 19,000 francs Swiss. 19,000 and then selling at 19,000 francs. 19,000 online, and it is with paddle number 6035.
Thank you again to all our bidders around the world participating in the distance here today. We're sorry you're not with us. Lot 104, 1950 Jaguar Mark V, 3.5-litre drop-head coupe. Very rare car, an attractive period, two-tone styling here, offered for recommissioning, but with Belgian registration papers. A very nice and interesting 1950s sports car.
There you go. Thank you very much, Paul. And we have the car already here with the bid already with me. I can open the bid. Selling bid, ladies and gentlemen, at 18, 19, 20,000 Swiss. 20,000 is selling the car. I've got 20,000. 22 I have in the room. 22,000 now. 22,000. 22,000. 22,000 is bid. 22,000 now. The bid is at 22. 22,000 asking for 25. 22,000 and selling at 22.
Bidding,
25,000 I have. 25 is against you. Would you like 28? 28,000. 28,000 now. Tegen u, Gregory. Wilt u 30? 28 is tegengeboden. 28,000 is the bid here in the room at 28. 30,000. 30,000. 30,000 now. The bid is at 30,000 again, Sie. 30,000. 32,000 machen wir. 32,000 is bid. 32,000 now, Gregory, against you at 32. Wil je 35? 32 is the bid against you. Wil je 35.000 bieden? At 32.000 nu tegen. 32.000 dan. In de zaal. 32 is in the room at 32,000. How are you, sir? 34 I'll take. 34.000. 34.000. Möchten Sie 36? 34,000 is the bid against you. 34, shall we go for 36? 35. Why not? That's 35,000. Gregory, can we go 36? 35,000, and bid is at 35,000. 35 is in the room at 35. 36,000 gegen Sie. 36 gegen Sie geboten. 36,000. 38. Well, we're going to make very little steps if we continue to. I thought we were almost there. Thank you. 38,000. 38,000. Very kind. 38,000 now. The bid is at 38. At 38,000. 40,000. 40,000. Nein, danke. 40,000 geboten. 40,000 now. The bid is at 40 and selling at 40,000. Online against you as well at 40,000. 40,000 now. Any advance at 40,000. At 40,000 Swiss. In the back of the room I have 42. 42 in the back of the room now against you, Gregory, at 42. 42 is against. 42, and I'll take 44. 44. Next bid is 44,000 also for the online bidder. In the back of the room I have you. 42,000 is the bid at 42,000. 44 against you now. 44 against you. Would you like 46? 44 is ahead of you at 44,000. Would you like 46 in the back? It's 44 against you. 44,000. Now the bid is against you with Gregory on the phone at 44,000. Are you bidding 46? At 44,000 then. At 44,000 then. The bid is at 44. It's on the phone and I'm selling. The car is selling at 44,000. 46,000. Against you, Gregory. 46. Far end. 46. 46,000. 48 against you now. 48,000 is ahead of you at 48,000. Would you like to go 50? 40. Thank you very much. 50,000. 50,000 against you, Gregory. 50,000. It's your bid in the back of the room, sir. Thank you. At 50,000, Gregory is out at 50. Are we all done at 50,000? 50,000 alors. 50,000 francs Swiss. 50,000 then, and selling at 50,000 francs. 50,000. Thank you so much. May I see your number one more time? 224. 50,000. All yours, Paul. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The 1969 Mercedes-Benz 280 SL Pagoda, viewed out the front, a much admired car here during the preview over the last couple of days. This particularly nice matching numbers, chassis and engine example, benefits from a professional restoration in this beautiful green colour combination, and it is, of course, sold with its hardtop.
Thank you very much, Paul.
And no reserve.
And no reserve, that's absolutely important to mention as well. However, we have quite a lot of interest online already, so I have the bid already with me at 44, 45, 50, 55, 60,000. 60,000 Swiss is already bid with me. 60,000 I have at 60,000 and selling, of course, at 60. 60,000, 60,000. Who's bidding me at 60,000? At 60,000 francs Suisse. 60,000 then. 60,000. 65, thank you so much. 70,000 is against you. 70,000 is against you. Would you like 75? Is your bid. 75,000, thank you. 75, very kind. Against you now online. Would you like to make it 80? I have 75 here in the room. At 75,000 now the bid is in the room and selling at 75. Was that a bid in the back? At 75,000? No. 75 then, standing in front of me at 75. Any advance at 75,000 then? At 75,000 then the bid is with you, sir. It's your bid at 75. Are we all done at 75,000? Fair warning, I'm selling at 75. At 75,000, if we're all done, at 75,000 francs Suisse. Yours at 75,000, 221. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Martin. And lot 106 is the 1995 Bentley Azure convertible. These late Bentley crew cars are increasingly appreciated, and with good reason. Still truly a hand-built car in the Bentley tradition. This particular example is registered in Switzerland and comes from long-term ownership since 2005.
Thank you very much, Paul.
There is an SRN I need to read as well. There is no VAT to pay on the hammer price of this car. So it is a taxes paid car here in Switzerland.
Thank you very much. And we're going to open the bidding on this lot, ladies and gentlemen, with the bidder here with me. Again, without reserve, 32, 35, 38, 40,000 Swiss is already bid. 40,000 I have. 40,000. Karl Miel, c'est déjà offert à Karl Miel. 40,000 jaar geboten. 40,000, 40,000. The bid is at 40,000. Any advance at 40. At 40,000 francs Suisse. 40,000 then. The bid is at 40,000. 42 is in the back. I have you standing. Thank you. 45 is against you. 45 against. Would you like 48? Is your bid 48,000 now? And Freddie is coming over to help out at 48,000 in the back of the room. At 48,000 now. 48,000 in seated in the back of the room. Any advance at 48. At 48,000. 48,000. Ja, ganz hinten geboten. 48,000. 48,000. And it's against you now online and against my absentee bidder as well. At 48 in the back of the room. Am I selling at 48,000 then? The car is selling then. On my right, 48,000. If we're all done, at 48,000. Going once at 48 and twice at 48,000. Fair warning at 48,000 and selling at 48,000 francs Suisse. 48,000, thank you so much. May I see your number again one more time, sir? 48,445.
Thank you, Freddie, our tallest specialist at the back of the room there. We think of everything. Lot 107 is the 1988 Ferrari 328 GTB Coupe. This example delivered new to Switzerland, nice low mileage example, and of course offered with its original service books and tools. And again, offered here with Swiss registration.
Thank you very much. And we're going to open the bidding on this lot, ladies and gentlemen. I have the bid with me at, let me see, where shall I open? I've got 25, 28,000 I have. 28,000, 30,000, 30,000, 32, 35, 35, 38, 40,000, 40,000, 45, 50,000 against you both. 50,000 I have against you both. 55, 60,000, still with me. Would you like 65? 65 is right up front. 65 is right up front now. 65 now. And right up front the car at 65,000. Any advance? 70,000. 70,000. 70,000 gegen Sie. 70,000 now. The bid is seated at 70. It's your bid, sir. At 70,000. Any advance at 70,000. 70,000 Swiss. At 70,000 then. The bid is at 70, 72 on the phone. 72. I'll give you 75, sir. No? Are you sure? 72,000. Would you like 74? Would that help? No? Nothing helps at this point. I'm so sorry. Maybe a glass of champagne. 72,000 then. The bid is at 72,000. Any advance at 72,000 then? On my left, 72. Are we bidding at 72,000? 72,000. Ja, Francs Suisse sind schon geboten. 72. 72,000 now. Sure, you're thinking, I can see it at 72,000. No? 72,000 then. The bid is at 72 and selling at 72,000. If we're all done, going once at 72,000 and twice at 72,000. Fair warning at 72,000 Francs Suisse. 72,000, 1020. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Clear division.
Is that a light show? Is that a light show?
Nice.
There we go.
This is our Ferrari side of the room, quite clearly over here. Lot 108, the 1972 Maserati Mexico 4.2 litre, finished in a particularly attractive colour combination, I think, and would be a very rewarding recommissioning project for this model, which has been previously underappreciated, but I think an extremely elegant design.
Thank you very much, Paul. Lot number 108, the 1972 Maserati Mexico 4,200, 4,200. And I have the bidding here with me at 2830, 32,000 I have. 32,000 is the bid. I have it at 32. 32,000. 32,000 I have at 32,000. 32,000. Any advance at 32,000 now. It's with me and I can sell it. Who's bidding? 35 online, I have online. 35. 38 is against you online with my absentee bidder at 38,000. 38. Would you like to make it 40? 38,000 is the bid against you online at 38. At 38,000. 38,000 contre vous online. 40,000. Thank you very much. 42 is ahead of you at 42,000 now. 42,000 now. The bid is at 42. 42,000 now. 42,000 now. The bid is against you at 42. 42,000 now. 42,000 now. We'll set the clock for 44. At 42,000. I have 45. Thank you. 45 is the bid. 46 is my bid. Next is 48. 46 is my bid now. 46 is my bid. Next is 48. Would you like 48 online? At 46,000 now. The bid is at 46,000. Any advance at 46. Online, it's still against you at 46,000. At 46,000 then. And I can sell at 46. Any advance at 46. Am I selling then at 46,000? 48,000 online. Thank you. 48 now. It's your bid now at 48. 50,000 against you, but we're going to set the clock for 52. 50,000 is against you. Wait a second, we're going to set the clock for 52,000 at 50,000 against you. 50,000 now. 50,000, there you go. 52 is the next bid. At 50,000, mine is 50. Would you like 52? At 50,000 now, against you, 50,000 Swiss. 50,000, and the bid is against you at 50,000 for the Maserati Mexico 4200. At 50,000, and am I selling at 50,000? You have to click now. At 50,000, and the gavel is up at 50,000 and selling at 50,000 francs Suisse. 50,000, absentee bid at 6147.
Thank you. Lot 109, 2011 Porsche 911, of course a 997 type Turbo S Coupe. Now, whoever ordered this car knew, certainly went through the options list and ordered an impressive range of desirable options on here. It needed only now its first service because the car is in virtually as new condition with only 154 kilometres on the clock. We fitted a new battery prior to the sale, and of course, being a Porsche, it does start and it does drive. It just needs to go for its first service at your local Porsche dealer.
Very good, very good. I think we're also very happy to offer the owner's manual with the Porsche and an expired 2013 warranty sticker.
That is excellent news.
Right. I don't know about the expired sticker. But anyway, in any case, we have the bidding here with me, ladies and gentlemen. Quite a lot of bids already starting. The bidding here with me at 65,000 I have already. 65 I have. 65,000 bidders with me at 65,000 Swiss francs. 65. Anyone at 70? At 65. 70,000. Thank you. 75 is ahead of you. 75 now. Still my absentee. Would you like to make it 80? At 75,000 now against you at 75. Should we make it 80? 75 now. Still my absentee bid. 80,000 is now online. 80,000 against you and against you with my book. 80,000. I have you at 80,000 online for the Porsche at 80,000. Any advance at 80,000. 80,000 then. Any advance at 80,000. 80,000 now. 85. 85. 85 is online against you, Louis. Would you like to make it 90? And you have to be quick because I have several people clicking. At 85,000. 90 is done. 90,000 already ahead of you. 95 in the room. Thank you, sir. 95 in the room now. Back in the room at 95,000. Against you, Louis, and against the internet at 95,000 Swiss. 95,000. Shall we go 100? I have 100. 100 is bid. 100 is against you. Can we go 110? 100 is the bid against you at 100,000. Shall we go 110 is bid? 110,000 now. In the room here, against you again online at 110,000. Would you like to make it 120? 120 online. 120 Swiss online against you at 120. 120 Swiss online against you at 120. Shall we go? 120. 120,000 and the bid is online at 120,000 against you at 120. At 120,000 now. 120 done. Online bid at 120. What shall we do? At 120,000. Maybe one more little one at 120? 125? I can try. 120 then. 120 is ahead of you. It's the online bid at 120. Fair warning at 120,000 and the gavel is up. 125. 125,000. 125,000. 125 now against you online. Would you like to go 130? At 125 now take against you at 125. Shall we go 130? 130,000 with my online bidder at 130. One more time. 135 I have. 135 is against you now. 135, 135 against you online. Would you like to go 140? At 135, 140 online. 145. 145 is back in the room here. The Gstaad Palace Hotel, 145 against you online. Shall we go 150? 145,000. 150. 150,000. Thank you, sir. Dank u wel. 150 geboden, 150,000. We're online at 150. Any advance at 150 now? At 150,000 then. The bid is at 150,000. Fair warning then at 150,000. I have the gavel up at 150,000 and selling at 150,000. 150,000 francs Suisse. 6019. 150,000.
Thank you very much. Bravo, yeah, why not?
Yes, why not? Why not? Why not? Have a glass, have a glass.
Round of champagne.
All right, lot number 110, Paul.
Lot 110. 1969 Aston Martin DBS Vantage Saloon. It's a rare interim model, delivered new to France, this particular one. It does have a correct type Vantage engine fitted. However, we have placed an SRN sale room notice, that is, on the car to make you all aware that this car really is a restoration project, and we have reduced our estimate on the car accordingly to, I think, 70 to 100,000 Swiss francs. But I'm sure it'll be a very, very rewarding project for what is a relatively rare model.
A relatively rare model, a restoration project. Gregory, let's make sure we tell everybody on the phone as well with the reduced and renewed estimate at 70 to 110,000. I have nevertheless a bit here with me that I can start the bidding with, and I can start it off at 20,000 Swiss. 20,000 Swiss I have. 20,000 I have, and I can sell it at 20,000. At 20,000 now. The bid is at 20,000 Swiss. At 20,000 now. Any advance at 20,000. Am I selling the project at 20,000 Swiss only? At 20,000. 22, thank you. 25 is against you. 25, I still have ahead of you at 25. Would you like to go 28? 25,000 now is against at 25,000. At 25,000 now. The bid is at 25,000 against you at 25,000. 25,000 francs Suisse. 25,000 francs. 25,000. 25,000 then. 28, thank you, Gregory. At 28. At 28,000 against you in the room now at 28,000 and against my upside bidder who's out. At 28,000, 30,000 online. 30,000 now. Online at 30,000, Gregory. 30,000 against you at 30,000. Would you like 32? 30,000 is against you. Online, thank you for that. At 30,000. I have 32 with Gregory though. Would you like to go 35? 32,000 now. The bid is at 32,000 with Gregory at 32. At 32,000 francs Suisse. Contre-vous online, 35,000. 35 against you, Greg. At 35,000. 35,000. 35,000 is against. At 35,000. 35,000 now. The bid is against you at 35. 38 is bid. 38 is hier geboden in de zaal. 38 is against you in the room. 38,000 now. against you at 38,000. Any advance at 38 online? Would you like to make it 40? 38,000 then. The bid is at 38. It's Gregory's bid at 38. 38,000 francs suisses. Contre vous en ligne à 38 000 contre vous. 38,000 then. With the gavel up at 38,000. Against you in the room as well. 38,000 now. It's still Gregory's bid at 38,000. Are we done? At 38,000 then. Fair warning. And selling at 38 with Gregory's bid. 40,000 online. Carl Miele. 40,000 at 40,000. 40,000 against you now, Gregory. Shall we go 42? At 40,000 then. 40,000 is a bid against you at 40,000. 40,000 francs suisses. 40,000 against. My online bidder. 40,000 tegen nu. 40,000 tegen. Het bid is bod is 42,000. 40,000 is the bid and we're selling at 40,000. If we're all done, at 40,000 francs suisses. Too late online, I'm so sorry. It's 40,000. I already had to hammer down at 40,000. My bad, I'm so sorry. Or actually maybe click a little bit faster at 40,000, 6162, there we go, 26 at 40,000 Swiss. Thank you very much. Lot number 111.
Indeed, the 1970 Lamborghini Espada Series 2. And of course, long before the Lamborghini Urus was launched, there was a family Lamborghini, and this was it. This particular example delivered to Switzerland, and one of only 525 Series 2 examples ever built, and in long-term ownership since 2007. Offered here today for recommissioning, but without reserve.
Thank you very much. And please also note, ladies and gentlemen, that the online description supersedes the version in our printed catalog for those of you who are sitting with the printed catalog and are watching us online, which probably then doesn't make any sense. Anyway, we're going to start the bidding, ladies and gentlemen, at 22, 25, 28, 30, 30,000, 32,000, 32,000, 30,000 is the bid, 35 I have, 35, 38 is against, 38 gegen Sie, 40,000, 40,000 is bid now, on against you online as well, 40,000, 42 I have, 42,000, 45, 45,000 is back in the room at 45,000 now. The bid is back in the room at 45,000. 48 against you now. Thank you. At 48,000. 50,000 is bid. 50,000 now. The bid is against you now at 50,000. Right back here in the room at 50,000. 50,000. 52 I'll take. 52. Would you like 55? 55,000 now, 60,000 ahead of you. I'll take 62 from you. 60,000 now, the bid is ahead of you at 60,000. At 60,000 Swiss then, 60,000 then, are you sure? At 60,000 then, 60,000 Swiss then, the bid is at 60. Any advance at 60,000. At 60,000 then, with the gavel up at 60,000 then, going once at 60,000 Swiss and twice at 60,000. If we're all done, gaveling down at 60, hammering down at 60,000, 62. Thank you, Klaus. I saw that on time. Sorry, unknown bidder. Thank you very much. At 62,000. The bid is at 62 then. It's in the room now, back at 62. And I'm out online maybe. At 62 then. 62,000 online. If you're there, click fast. At 62 then. The gavel is up at 62,000. Going once and twice at 62. 65,000. Seated in the back. Against you, Klaus. 65. Would you like 68? 65 is in the back of the room at 65,000. 65,000. Are you sure? 65,000 and the bid is in the back of the room. I have you at 65. At 65. Next is 68. 65,000 then. 65,000 francs Suisse is the bid against you now at 65 for the Lamborghini Espada Series 2 from 1970.
Fantastic colour combination on this particular car as well. I love the interior contrast over the silver. And I say a usable family car. This is practical transport here.
Last chance now at 65,000 and the bid is at 65. It's in the back of the room and we're selling at 65. If we're all done, 65,000. 68,000 online. 68 is online against you now, sir. 68 is online against you. Would you like to go 70? At 68,000. Shall we go one more time? 68 is against. 68,000. No, if he looks at you, ma'am, you should say yes. Not, I don't know. 60. That was the wrong gesture. 68 is against. 68. Shall we go one more time at 68,000?
Perfect for a summer holiday.
And the gavel is up. It's online now. I'm selling it online against you at 68. Would you like 70? At 68? No? Is that a bid, ma'am? Was that a bid? At 68,000? No? No bid, or is that a bid? That is a bid.
It's no bid.
No bid. 68,000 and 68,000 and selling at 68,000. 68,000 online bid. Thank you so much. 6205.
Thank you again. Lot 112 is the 1970 Aston Martin DBS V8 Sports Saloon, built in one of the best colour combinations, I think, of Cumberland Grey over tan. This particular example was restored in 2012 before going into our vendor's collection, and it's a beautiful example of a particularly important thing to note. Is it is a manual gearbox example, and therefore relatively rare as well. And it is offered here today without reserve.
Thank you very much. Offered without reserve. Nevertheless, quite a few interested bids already, or nevertheless, actually, that does happen when you have it without reserve. And we're going to open the bidding here, ladies and gentlemen, with me at 20 25, 28, 30, 32,000. 32,000 is bid already with me at 32,000. Any advance at 32,000, the bid is at 32. 32,000 is my bid at 32,000. 35 I have online, thank you. 38 is against you online. 38 is the bid against you at 38,000 now. 38,000 now the bid against you online at 38. 38,000, 40,000 I have. 40,000 is against you. Would you like 42? 40,000 now. 42 I have online, 45 against you both. 45 against of you both now. 45 now. It's back with my absentee bidder at 45. 45,000 now. 48,000. Merci. 48,000. 50,000 against. 50,000. 52. Would be next. Is bid 52,000. The bid is at 52,000 now. 52,000 now, right in front at 52. Any advance at 52,000 now. The bid is at 52 and selling
Online.
at 52. Online I have 55. I'll take 58 next. 55 is bid. 55 is bid. 55 is bid. My online bid at 55. 55 000, c'est déjà online, en ligne. 55, 58 000. 58,000 now. Against you online as well. It's back on the phone. Back on the phone with Gregory at 58. 58,000 now. 58,000 is the bid. At 58,000. 58,000 is the bid. Next is 60. 58,000. Gregory's bid at 58. At 58,000 now. 58,000 and the bid is at 58. Any advance in the room at 58,000. It's Gregory's bid online. 60 now, Gregory. Against CEST. Next one is 62. 62 is bid online. Would you like 65? 62 is the bid at 62,000. 62 000. 62,000 against you too at Jamie on the left. At 62,000 now. The bid is at 62. Any advance at 62 then? 62,000 now online. It's against you at 62,000 and the gavel is up. It's Gregory's bid at 62,000. Any advance at 62? 64,000 I have against Gregory. Would you like 66? 64,000 is against you. At 64, 66 against you, Jamie. At 66,000. 66 ahead of you now. 66, next is 68. 66,000 and it's the bid with Gregory at 66. At 66 now, against you. Shall we go one more time? Against you, Jamie, at 66,000. Just one bidder against you. At 66,000. 66 then, the bid is with Gregory at 66. At 66,000. 66, next is 68. I'm going to have to ask for 68 then. At 66 then, 68,000, new place. 68 against you, Jamie. At 68 and against Gregory as well. Merci. 68 000, 70 000, 70,000 now. The bid is at 70. At 70,000. 70,000 now. At 70,000 now. Against you again, great Jamie. At 70,000 contre vous, monsieur. At 70 000. 70,000 then. The bid is at 70. At 70,000 with Gregory at 70. Am I selling at 70,000? Going once at 70,000. 72,000. 72 000. 72 000. 72 now. 72,000, 72,000 tegen je, Gregory. 72. 75,000. 75 against Jamie. At 75 now, ahead of you at 75,000. 75,000, shall we go at 78? At 75,000 now. The bid is at 75, ahead of you at 75. 75,000 now. 75,000 now, the bid is at 75. 75 then. 75,000, at 75 then. 76,000. Inching now at 76. 76. We're going to set the clock for 78 if we can. 76,000. 77. Leave it then at one increments. At 77. 77 ahead. Shall we go 78? 77,000 now. 78,000. 78,000 now. At 78. It's getting hot up here. 78,000. Shall we go 79? 78,000 now. 78,000 now. 79,000. 79,000 now. Shall we go 80? 79,000 and Jamie, against you as well for the Aston Martin. 79,000 is the bid that had you. At 70,000 now against you for the DBS V8 Saloon. At 79,000, 80,000. Thank you, Danielle and Paul. 80,000 now. 80,000 then. The bid is at 80. At 80,000 Swiss. 80,000 then. At 80,000 now. 81,000. Danielle. 81 contro di te. 81 is against you. 81 is ahead of you. Contro di voi, dai. 82,000. 82,000. 82,000. 82,000. Now, shall we go 83? 83,000. 83. No, 83 only. 83,000. 83,000 ahead. At 83, shall we go 84? 83,000 at 83. 85,000. Big jump. 85. 85 is against you, Gregory. 85,000, and I think it's working, sir. For 85,000, Jamie ahead of you as well at 85, and the gavel is up at 85,000. I think we spent about as much time on this lot as any lot so far at 85,000, and selling at 85,000. 86,000. I know. Adesso non si può più. 86, are you sure, sir? 86,000, the gavel is up at 86. I'll be real quick, I promise. 86,000, one more chance at 86, and we're selling at 86,000. Jamie, thank you. Merci, monsieur. Dank u wel. 1065, 86,000.
Thank you very much, making our clerks, Julie and Dayton, work very hard over here on our left there. Thank you, everybody.
What do you mean, just the clerks?
Well, you're working very hard as well. I can, I can see you are. I can see. I was just mentioning them as well. I'm in trouble now. Thank you to everyone. It's going to a very good home, that car. Lot 114, one of the stars of the show here today, the 2020 Porsche 911 GT2 RS Club Sport. Extremely rare, limited production model, and this one is in as new condition with only about 265 kilometers on the odometer. Never really used at all. For the next owner, there's a fantastic opportunity. This particular car, beautifully specified with a €17,000 option of the racing kit. It's FIA regulation compliant and Swiss, well, it's not Swiss registered because the car is not road legal, but it is a Swiss vehicle living not too far from here. Martin?
Thank you very much, Paul. And we're going to open the bidding on this lot, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start the bidding with me here at 180, 190, 200,000. At 200,000 francs Suisse. 220 is bid. 220 I have. The bid is at 220,000 now. At 220,000 now. 240. 240 I'll take. Would you like 260, sir? 240 is bid then. The bid is at 240,000 now. 240,000. 240,000 now. The bid is at 240,000 now. 240 is my online bid at 240. At 240,000 now. 240 now. 240. 260 is in the back of the room. At 260, seated in the back of the room at 260 now. It's your bid, sir, at 260. 260, 280 is against. 280 now. 280, would you like to make it 300? At 280,000 now. The bid is at 280,000 now. 280 then. At 280,000 now only. At 280. 280,000. 280,000. 290 I'll take, thank you. 290. 290 now. At 290,000 now, the bid is at 290. At 290, shall we go 300? At 290 now. 300,000. 300 now, behind you at 310, thank you. 310,000. 310, shall we go 320? 310,000 is the bid. At 310,000, would you like to make it 320? At 310,000. 310,000 now, the bid is at 310,000. Any advance at 310,000 now, the bid is at 310. 320. At 320 now. 320,000 then. At 320,000, I'll take 330 from you. At 320,000 now. The bid is at 320. 320,000 then. At 320,000 now. The bid is against you at 320 now. 320, would you like 330? 320,000. He waves me off at 320 then. At 320,000 then. Fair warning at 320,000 with the gavel is up at 320,000. At 320,000 francs Suisse. 320,000. Thank you. 320,000.
Thank you, Martin. Lot 115, the 2012 Maserati Gran Turismo GT4. This particular car had a very successful campaign in the World and EU Championships. It was last serviced in 2021. And yes, in 2014, it was extremely successful in the Maserati Trophy. And then again in 2016 in European GT4 Endurance. And built by the Swiss team based in Berlin, Switzerland. Offered here today without reserve.
Without reserve. So why don't we open the bidding asking for 30,000. For 30,000 francs Suisse. Asking for 30,000 only. 30,000. Who'll give me 30,000? 30,000 I have. 30,000 right in front and I can hammer it down at 30 if we're all done at 30,000. The bid is at 30,000 francs Suisse. 30,000 now. 30,000 francs Suisse. 32,000. 32 is against you. 32, would you like 35, sir? 32 now. The bid is against you at 32. Would you like 35? 32,000 is ahead of you. At 32,000 against you at 32. Would you like 35,000? 32,000 then. The bid is at 32,000 then. Seated at 32. It's against you at 32. It's not your bid. At 32,000 in the back more. 32,000 then. Am I selling at 32? Are we all done online as well? 35 now. Standing at 35. 35 is against. Would you like 38? No? Thank you. At 35 then. It's Pierre's bidder at 35,000. I have you. Thank you, Danielle, as well. Thank you, sir. 35,000 then. The bid is at 35 only. 35,000 francs Suisse. 38,000. 38 now. 38 against you, Pierre. 38. Shall we go 40? At 38 is against you. Would you like to go 40? At 38,000. 38,000 contre vous. Est-ce que vous désirez 40,000? Thank you. 40,000. I have, Daniel, yes, thank you. 40,000 now. Against you, Freddie. 40 is against. Shall we do 42? 40,000 is a bid against you at 40,000. 40,000 then. The bid is against at 40,000 then. 40,000 then. In the back of the room at 40,000. Standing at 40. If we're all done at 40,000, we're going to sell the car at 40,000 only. 40,000. 40,000 francs Suisse. Yours at 40,000. 221. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Lot 116, the 2009 Ferrari 599 GTB Fiorano. Swiss supplied car from you with only 6,145 kilometers. It's a great, great specification, this particular car. Rosso Fiorano with those Daytona seats and also the leather-bound roll bar. And I must also mention, thank you, Paul, that there is no VAT to pay for a Swiss buyer on this particular lot.
Thank you very much, and we're going to open the bidding here with me. Let me see, I have the bidding here with me, already with me at 75, 80, 85,000. 85,000 I have with me. I have 85, I have 90 right in front, 90,000 in the back. That's your bid, sir. 90,000, would you like 95? 95 now. 95 is against you now, Paul. 95 is against you, next bid is 100. 95 I have in the back of the room. 100 seated now. 100 seated now. 100 is seated right in the front, in the middle. 100, that's your bid, sir, thank you. 100 now, Paul against you. Would you like 110? I have 110,000. 110,000, 110,000. 110,000 now. Who'll give me 120? At 110,000 now. The bid is at 110,000 now with Paul at 110. Again, no VAT at 110,000 on the hammer price. 110,000 is the bid. At 110,000 now. 110,000. Paul's bidder at 110. 110,000 now. Any advance at 110? 110,000. 115 I'll take. 115. 120 is next. 115,000. 115,000. 115,000 now with Gregor on the phone at 115. Who'll give me 120? At 115,000. 115,000. 115,000. And the bid is at 115 then. Going once at 115,000 and twice at 115. 115,000 and fair warning and selling at 115,000 at 115,000 francs Suisse. 115,000. Gregor, thank you so much. 1005, lot number 117.
Lot 117 indeed, must be one of the best Jalpers I've seen in the last 10 years. And it's also our colleague Francois from the Zurich office, favourite car in the auction. He tried it out for size, not allowed to bid, I'm really sorry. It's a beautiful example, very nice colour combination. There is an SRN on it, but it's generally a positive one. We've made a small error on the chassis number, and also this car was actually built in 1984, not 1991, of course. But it was not registered until 1991. We've also discovered that the car was delivered to Lausanne originally and was owned by its first owner for some 15 years. Very nice example, believed original mileage there at 8,900 kilometers.
Thank you very much. And I'm going to open the bidding on the Lamborghini, ladies and gentlemen. The bidding is here with me at 55, 60, 60,000. 60,000 is bid. 60,000. 65 I have. 65 now. The bid is with me at 65. At 65, 70 is standing. 70, 75 in front. 75 in front against you now. 75. Would you like 80? I have 75 already against you. 70, 80 on the phone now. 80 is on the phone now with Paul. 85 now. Seated again at 85 with Pierre's bidder against you, Paul. 85,000. Would you like to go 90? 85,000 now. The bid is 90,000 online. Thank you so much. 90,000 I have online against you both at 90,000. 95 is back in the room online. 95. Would you like to click for 100? 95,000 is the bid back in the room at 95. 95,000 now. 95,000 now online. It's against you at 95,000. Would you like to click for 100? 95 then. It's in the room then at 95 and against you as well, Paul. It's Pierre's bidder at 95,000 now. Any advance at 95 then? Am I selling them the car at 95,000? Fair warning at 95. Pierre, it's your bidder at 95. Paul against you. Now 100 now. I have now. Against you, Pierre. I'll take 105, sir. 100 with Paul's bidder at 100. 100. I'll take 105. Thank you. 105. 105,000. 105,000. 105,000. 105,000 is the bid at 105,000. 105,000 now. Against you, Paul. At 105,000. 105 now. At 105,000 then and selling it for all done at 105,000. 105,000. 105,000 francs Suisse. Yours, sir, at 105,000. Thank you very much. And the number is?
418, I think.
418, 105,000. And thank you also very much, sir, online. Good to see you. 418, we said, right?
Indeed, that's the one.
Thank you.
Thank you, Martin. I think people are calling us on our phone desk now. Lot 118 is the 1956 Alfa Romeo 1900C Super Sprint Barchetta. It's a bit of a mouthful there. Built, of course, by Gia Egler in Lugano. It's a very, very unusual and I think beautiful design, heavily inspired, of course, by Barchetta styling and Riva speedboats. It's got that fantastic Riva-style wrap-round screen. This particular car did participate in Concours events, both in period, in October 1956, and was last shown at a Concours Villa d'Este in 2001. I think it's long overdue that it should return to the Concours lawn, just as we have returned to the Gstaad Palace.
Absolutely right, Paul. And we're going to open the bidding, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to start the bidding here with me at 180, 190, 200,000, at 200,000 now. At 200,000 now. The bid is at 200. 200,000 I have. 220, thank you. 220 now. The bid is at 220. At 220 now. In the back of the room at 220. 220. I've got 250 online. 250 online now. The bid is online at 250,000 against you. 250 is now the online bidder. At 250,000. 250,000 is the bid. At 250,000. 250,000 against you, Paul. At 250,000 with my online bid at 250. 250,000 now. 250 is against you. 260 I have now. Against you on the phone at 260 online. Would you like to go for 280? At 260,000 now. The bid is at 260 against you online. At 260,000 now. With Philip on the phone at 260. 260,000 now. 260,000 now. Against you as well, Paul, at 260,000. 260,000 now. The bid is at 260. At 260,000 online. Shall we set the clock for 270 for online? Sorry. At 260,000. Next bid is 270. At 260,000 now I have it on the phone. At 260,000. 260,000 now the bid is against. 260,000 then. The bid is at 260 now. 260,000. 270 against you now. Thank you. At 270. Would you like 280? 270,000 now. At 270,000 now the bid is against. 270,000 now. It's against you and against you as well, Paul. Thank you. At 270,000. 270,000 now. The bid is at 270,000. Is that a bid? 270,000 then. At 270,000 then. Fair warning at 270,000 then. The bid is at 270,000 now. 275 I'll take. 275 I take now. At 275 against. At 275,000. At 270, Paul. 275 is against you. It's the bid at 275 and selling at 275 online against you as well at 275 now. I have 275 now against Paul. It's Philip's bid and selling at 275,000. Any advance at 275 then. 275 then. The bid is at 275 and I'm selling. Going once at 275,000. Twice at 275,000. Last chance online. 275, and it's Philip's bid at 275,000 Swiss. Philip, thank you so much. 6112 at 275,000. 6112, thank you.
We look forward to seeing that car again on the Concours lawn very soon, I hope. Lot 119 is the 1999 BMW Z3M Coupe. I remember these coming out. I've always liked the styling of these, but you know I have slightly strange taste in cars, Martin, so maybe that's not a recommendation.
This is a great car.
Certainly for me, a future classic, one to buy now because I guarantee you in 10 years' time they are going to be an awful lot more expensive. This car comes from a great home, an enthusiast owner who's used and enjoyed it. It's Swiss registered and selling here today without reserve.
Thank you very much, Paul. And we're going to open the bidding, ladies and gentlemen, with my absentee bid, with me here at 15,000. 15,000. 15,000. 16,000, 17,000 is still with my bidder. Oh, in that case, I have 70. I've got 18,000. Oh, 18,000 is your bid, sir. 19,000 is ahead of you. 19,000. Would you like 20? 19,000 is my bid. 20,000. 22 is against you. Would you like 25? Thank you. At 22,000, and my bidder at 22. 25 in the back. Have you now at 25? The bid is at 25. Any advance at 25,000? Because we're selling at 25, ladies and gentlemen. 25,000 in the back of the room at 25. Vincent Miedle, 25,000 now. Against you, Gregory, as well at 25,000. 25,000 Swiss is 25. Any advance at 25 then? It's 25,000 in the back of the room, and the gavel is up at 25,000 only. Go! 28,000 right up front. 28,000, I have you, sir. 28, would you like 30? 30,000 against. 30,000 against you. Would you like 32? 32 now. 32,000. Thank you very much, sir, in the back. At 32. 35. 35,000. 35. Shall we go one more time, sir? 35 against. Would you like 38? What do you think? 35. 35. 36. I'll give you 37. 36 is right up front. Would you like 37? 37. Would you like 38? 37,000. 38,000. Next is 39. 38 against. What do you say? 38 ahead of you. Shall we go? Thank you very much. 39 now. 39,000 in the back of the room. Are you sure, sir? 39,000. 39,000. Swiss against you. No? Done? 39,000. Next is 40. 39,000. I'm not going to take 39.5. 39,000 is the bid. It's in the back of the room at 39,000 and 40,000 online. 40,000. I'll give you 41 again, sir. It's painful. Bid paint? No. Thank you very much, though. 40,000 and online bid at 40,000. 40 Miedle at 40,000. Next is 41 for all of us. Online as well at 40,000. Then at 40,000 and selling at 40,000 francs Suisse. Last chance. 40,000. 40,000 with my online bidder. Thank you, 6108.
Thank you very much. Lot 120, 1958, Aston Martin DB Mark III Saloon. Of course, a factory left-hand drive example and the ultimate development of the Feltham model. And actually great cars. You can do so many things with the Mark III. Lots of rallies and tours, very usable, very drivable, and with a great engine.
Thank you very much, Paul, for the Aston Martin, DB Mark III Sports Saloon from 1958. And there we have her. And we're going to open the bidding here, ladies and gentlemen, with me. Oh, I have my absentee bid already at 35, 38, 40,000 I have. 40,000 I have and selling at 40. At 40,000 only. 40,000, 42. Thank you, 42. 42,000 is bid. 45 is against you. At 45. 45, 48,000, thank you. 48,000 now. 50,000. 50,000 ahead. 55. 55,000 now. 55,000 now. 55 now. It's in the room back at 55. 55, 60,000 now in the far end. It's against you, Whitney. Sorry. 60,000 is in the back and 65 is online. 65 is online against you in the back. 70 would be next. 65 is my online bid. It's 65,000. 65,000 then. 70,000 is with Whitney Loic ahead of you and ahead of you online as well. Hello, sir. How are you? Well, ma'am and sir, I think. 70,000 now.
You've got that side.
70,000 now.
Bidding.
75 on my right. 75,000 Whitney against you at 75. 80,000. 80,000 now. 80,000. It's early there at 80,000. 80,000 now. 85 with Loic. 85,000 against you, Whitney. 85. 90,000. 90,000 now. The bid is at 90. 90,000 ahead at 90,000. 95. 95,000. 95,000 Swiss at 95. 100,000. 100. 100,000 now. The bid is at 100. 100,000 Swiss. Well, if you're asking, it's 110. 105 now. Okay. Thank you for that one, Lauren. We were negotiating here. 105. No, 105 is bid. 110 now I have. 110 is with Loic. 115 is next. 110. It's Loic's bidder at 110. Oh, Loic, don't worry. I wasn't telling you off. You were bidding. It's very good. 115. 115,000. 115,000. 115,000 against you both at 120,000. 120,000 now. Shall we go 125? 125,000. 130,000 is with Gregory. Is that okay, Gregory? 125 is Whitney. I'm sorry, she was ahead of you. At 125,000 now. The bid is at 120. 130 with Loic. 130,000. 130,000 against you at 130. 130,000. It's great that we don't have the dollar actually on the currency converter. I notice now only now. I know, Whitney. 130. Can we change that? Probably not as we speak. 130,000. It's still Loic's bidder at 130 against you, Whitney. At 130,000 francs Suisse. 130,000 now against you. Are you done?
Bid.
132. I understand, Lauren. 132,000. Like that was a small bit. That's why I was ignoring him for a second. That's okay. Don't worry. You're right.
He's
130. I was hoping to jump to 135. 132 is the bid at 132,000. 135 I have. 135 I have. I'll take 138 next. Even online. Let's set the clock for 138. 135 is the bid. 138 is with Loic. 138,000. 138,000 now. The bid is at 138 against you, Whitney. 138. Gregory, would you like 140? At 138,000. 138,000 now. It's Loic's bidder at 138 then. And the gavel is up at 138,000 then. Against you in the room as well. 138 going once and twice and selling at 138,000. Thank you, Whitney, at 138,000. 138, Loic, well done. Bien joué. Is that 1016? 041 at 138,000. Thank you.
Change the format to keep us on our toes there. And thank you, everyone, phone bidders. We need to get one of those sort of, what are those hats called with a holder on the end of it for Greg there. Lot 121, 1957, Bristol 406, Butler Coupe. A sort of an Anglo-Swiss fusion. Very appropriate for our auction here today. One of possibly only 3 cars built, retaining its originally patinated interior, and a very rare and I think very, very attractive coach-built Bristol. There is an SRN on it. We made a mistake when we printed the catalogue, and the correct engine number is actually 1082, and we have noted the engine is unfortunately seized on this car, so as part of the recommissioning process, first thing to do will be to free up that Bristol engine. Magnificent engine once it will be up and running.
Thank you. And then let's start our bidding, ladies and gentlemen, then consume it with the sale room notice. And I'm going to open a bidding here with me at my bid at 20,000. I have 20,000 for the Bristol, and I can sell it at 20,000. 20,000 is the bid. Still with me at 20,000. Any advance at 20. At 20,000 francs Suisse. 20,000. 22. Thank you, sir. 22. 22,000. 24,000 against you. 24. 24 is my bid. Still at 24,000. Next is 26. 25 I have online. 28 is against you online. 28 is against you. 28. 30,000. Thank you, Lauren. 30,000. 30,000 against you online at 30,000 and against my absentee bidder. It's in the room at 30,000. At 30,000 francs Suisse. 30,000 and the bid is at 30. 30,000 in the back of the room. 32. 32 in the back of the room. 32. 32 is against you online. I have it in the back of the room already at 32 and against you, sir. Would you like 35? 32 is against. 32 now in the back of the room at 32,000. Seated in the far end. Against you at 32. Would you like 35? 32,000 then. Against you online as well. 32,000 then in the back of the room. Are we all done? It's your bid, sir, in the back of the room. And I'm selling at 32,000. At 32,000, if we're all done at 32,000. 32,000. Je la vends with the gavel up at 32,000. 35. 35 now. Back in the room again on the front. 35. Shall we do 38? 35 is against. Thank you. 35,000 then. 38 now in the far end. Far end 38. It's Freddie. It's again against you. 38,000. 38,000 then. It's in the far end at 38,000 then. Are we done? 38 is against. 40,000 online. Carl Miele en ligne. 40,000 online against now at 40,000. 42. More bidding online now at 42,000 now. We're ahead at 42 now. 42. And the advance at 42 now. 42,000 and the bid is at 42. 42,000 online against you in the room at 42 and against my previous online bidder. Are you still bidding, sir? Pedal 6022. You are. 45,000. Thank you. 45 now. The bid is at 45. At 45,000 now. Any advance at 45,000 then. 45,000 then. At 45,000 and any advance at 45. At 45,000 then the gavel is up at 45,000. I have online 48. 48 now. 48 now. New place at 48 online. 48 now. 48 and against you still in the room at 48. 50,000. 50,000. Again with the online bidder at 50,000. Thank you. At 50,000 then. France Suisse. 55. It's with you, Pierre. 52, I'll take. 52, thank you, I sell that. 52,000 against you online. It's 52 back in the room at 52. At 52,000. 52, next is 54, I see. That's what we've decided. So we're going to do 54 as the next bid. 54,000. 54 then would be next. It's 52,000. 52. Online you can click for 54 if you want. At 52,000 then. The bid is at 52. And the advance. 54 I have. Online, would you like 56? 54 is against you. 54. 54 sono contro di lei. Desidera 56? 56? 54 is against you. Would you like 56? At 54,000, and the gavel is up at 54. Going once at 54,000, and twice, there were the lights, at 54,000. And selling then, it's against you. It's online, 56 now. 56 is ahead of you online. I'm sorry, I've got 56 in the room. We'll set the clock for 58 for you both. 56 is now back in the room at 56. 56 now. 58 is what we're asking for. 56 is in the room, and I have 58 online. 58 contro di lei. 58 contro di lei, facciamo 60? 58 is against you. At 58 against. No, thank you. 58 then. The bid is at 58,000 and selling at 58,000. Fair warning at 58,000. 60,000. Other online bidder again. Again online, 60,000. Let's go 62 next. 60,000 is the bid at 60,000. 60,000 now. 62 I have. Thank you. 62. 62 then. 62 going for 64 at 62 now asking for 64,000. 62,000 is the bid at 62 online. Are you still there? At 62,000 now. 62,000. You can still click if you want. At 62 then. 64 I have. 64 now. Next is 66. 64,000 is the bid at 64,000. At 64 now. 64 asking for 66,000 for the Bristol at 64,000. 64,000 then. Am I selling at 64 then? Are we all done? Are we certain? At 64,000. Fair warning then at 64 and selling at 64,000 at 64,000 francs Suisse. 64,000. Paddle number 6062.
Thank you very much indeed. Lot 122, 1951, Rolls-Royce Silver Wraith Saloon, offered here today without reserve. This, of course, was the last word in luxury, as our catalogue says, in the early 1950s. Relatively rare car, left-hand drive delivery, delivered new to Canada. One of about just over 1,000 of this particular model produced.
Right, well, let's open a bidding. Shall we talk? Let's see, 10,000. Who'll give me 10,000 for this? 10,000, I'm looking for 10,000. Anyone at 10? At 10,000 Swiss. 10,000 then. 10,000. Nobody at 10,000. At 10,000, well, we'll open a bidding at 5. 5,000 I have. At 5,000, I can hammer it down at 5. 5, I've got 5 and 5. I've got 6,000 now. 6,000 against you, 6. 6.5. 10,000 online now. 10,000 online. Who'll give me 11? 10,000 I have online. I'm selling at 10. I'm promising. At 10,000 only. 10, 11,000. 11,000. 11,000 against your line as well. 11,000. I know, Sean. This is what we talked about. At 11,000. 11,000. Now, would you like 12 though? At 11 against you. 11,000 is against. 12,000 I have up front. 12,000. Would you like 13? Nope. Thank you very much. At 12,000 and the gavel is up at 12. At 12,000 francs Suisse and 13,000 online. 13,000 contre vous. 13,000 and the online bid at 13,000 and hammering down at 13,000. 13,000. If we're all done, 14,000. Now our online bidder at 14,000. 14,000 then. Next 15. At 14,000 now. The bid is at 14,000. 14,000 and still selling at 14. At 14,000. 14,000 francs Suisse. 14,000 and going once and twice at 14,000. 15,000 online. 15,000 now. Gavel is up. You have to click for 16 at 15,000 online. Are you clicking for 16? 15,000 is the bid. 16,000 I have. Thank you. Be quick. At 16,000. 16,000. Let's go 17 then. 16,000. Let's go 17 at 16,000 then. 16,000 is the bid at 16,000. Are we clicking for 17 at 16,000 or are we done? At 16,000 and selling at 16,000 Swiss. 16,000. Thank you so much. 6191.
Thank you. Lot 123 is the 1994 Ferrari 512 TR. Again, a Swiss delivery example, matching numbers, and with very, very few kilometres on the clock, only just over 16,000 kilometres from new. It's in very fine order. It was last serviced in 2014, so we'll need a service before any serious use, but a really beautiful example. Books and tools do come with it, and a very positive SRN. Again, we have no VAT on the hammer price in this particular car. It is Swiss registered and in free circulation within the country for those Swiss buyers out there who are interested.
Thank you very much, Paul. And with all that information, we're going to open a bidding here. Quite a lot of interest. We've got the phones as well coming in. We're going to start the bidding here at 85, 90,000. 90,000 I have. 90,000, 100, 100,000. 110 is against you all. 110 now. 110 I have. 120, 120,000 now. The bid is at 120,000 now. On the aisle at 120. 130, 140 against you both. 140 contre vous deux. 140 is back with me. 150,000. 160, 150 is against you. 150 is already ahead of you. At 150,000, it's your bid, sir. Yes, your bid at 150,000. I have 160 now. 160,000. Would you like 170? 160,000 contre vous. 160 is a bid against you at 160. 170,000. 170,000. 170,000 now. The bid is at 170. 170,000. 170,000 now. The bid is at 170 now. For the 512 TR at 170,000. 170,000 then. 170. Against you on the phone. At 170,000. It's your bid, sir. 170,000. And online as well against you at 170. 170,000. 180,000 online. 180,000 is against. 180. You almost had it there, sir. At 180,000. Would 185 help instead of 190? 180 is the bid against you at 180,000. I'll take 185. Thank you. 185 is against you online. 185 now. We're setting the clock for 190. It's at 185 in the room at 185,000. 185. 190 online. 190 online. 190 online now. Would you like 195? 190 is the bid online at 190,000. 190,000 now. 190,000 contre vous en ligne. 190. Shall we go 195? 190. 195 we have. Thank you, sir. 195 now online against you. We're going to set the clock for 200. It's 195. 195,000 contre vous. 195 now. The bid is back here in the Gstaad Hotel at 195,000. 195,000 now. And the phones, 195. Are you still with me? At 195, 200,000 online. 200,000. 200,000 against you. 200,000. 200,000 is against you at 200,000. 200,000. 200,000. What would you like to do at 200? 200,000. 200,000 contre vous. At 200,000 contre vous. 200,000 is the bid against you. 200,000. The bid is against you at 200,000. Would you like to go one more time? I'll do it again. At 200,000. I'll do it. 200,000. What do you say? At 200,000, I'll give you 205. 200,000 then. We're going to set the clock online for 205 as well. It's 200,000 online against you. It's escaping, sir. 205, it could be the next bid. At 200,000, are you sure? 200,000 and francs Suisse, 200,000, 200,000 and the gavel is... No, I can't do that. I just said 2.5 instead of the 2.10. I can't do that. I'm sorry, but 2.05 I will take. 205,000. It's only 3,000. Don't let it escape you, sir, for that. 205,000 is next. 200 is against you, so it's 200,000. I'm selling it at 200,000 then. Going once at 200,000. Are you sure? Twice at 200,000. And the gavel is up and selling at 200,000. At 200,000 online. It's not your bid, it's online. And I'm selling at 200,000 francs Suisse. 200,000. Thank you, sir, so much. It's online, 6019. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Great car there. Thank you. Lot 124, 1968 Lamborghini Islero S Coupe. One of only about 100 Islero S models made. This is a matching numbers example, and again, a Swiss delivery car as well. It's been in our vendors' care for, I think, over 30 years. And particularly nice this one. It's got the cloth inserts and those beautiful chrome details on the back of the seats. Car, as you can tell, I've always quite liked. So a great example, Swiss registered as well.
Thank you very much. And we're going to open the bidding, ladies and gentlemen, on this lot. We're going to open the bidding at 110,000. 110,000 out of bid is at 110. 110,000, 120. Thank you. In the back of the room at 120,000. 120. 130 is against you. 130 now. 140,000. 140,000 now. 145. Would you like 150? 150,000. I have you both. 160 against you both. 160,000. 160,000 is my bid at 160. Who'll give me 170 in the far end? 170,000 against you, Pierre. It's 170,000 now. 170,000. 170,000 is against. At 170,000 now. 170,000 now is against you, Pierre. 170,000 contro di voi. Vogliamo 175? 170 contro di voi. 170 is against you. Shall we go 175 then? The bid is at 170,000 in the back of the room and selling at 170,000. 170,000 then. It's seated at 170,000. Are we done? 175 online. 175 is online. En ligne contre vous, 75,000. Would you like 180? 175 is the bid against you, 175. At 180,000 now online against you. Thank you, Freddie. 180 online. The bid is for you now. 185 would be next. 180 is the bid at 180,000. 180,000 is against you, 180. At 180,000 now. It's on 185. Ahead of you. 185, sir. Shall we go 190? 185 is against you at 185,000. 190,000 now. Back on in the room at 190,000 online against you. Won't you like 195? 190,000 is bid at 190,000 now. The bid is at 190 back here in the room at 190,000 then. 190,000 against you online. It's in the room at 190,000. Am I selling at 190,000? 190,000 and 190,000 and I'm selling at 190 for done online. 195. No? Are you sure, sir? 195. 195 then against it. 195,000 and the bid is online at 195. 195. There's one more small jump at 195. Maybe one more time. 200,000. There you go. Thank you, sir. 200,000 now. At 200,000 now the bid is at 200. 200 against you online at 200. Would you like to make it 205? 200,000 now. It's in the room at 200 against you online. At 200,000 then. 200,000 is the bid at 200 and selling, of course, at 200. At 200,000 and going once at 200,000 and twice at 200,000. It's in the room and we're selling here at the Gstaad Hotel. 200,000 francs Suisse. Thank you, sir. 200,000. Well done. And may I see again your number? I know I have it. It's 445. 200,000.
Thank you very much, Martin. Lot 125 is this fantastic 1981 Renault 5 Turbo 1. Important, it's a Turbo 1 model there. We believe only about 15 cars finished in black and an iconic, of course, Group B homologation special, this particular car. This car was delivered new to Catherine Larson, who was the widow of F1 driver Didier Pironi. One small note on it, we did note when the car arrived that the odometer is disconnected, so we can't warrant that the mileage is precisely correct. However, given the age of the tyres on the car, it is still a credible mileage for this vehicle. Thank you very much, Martin.
Thank you very much, the Renault Turbo. And we're going to start the bidding, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start the bidding here with me. I have the bidding here with me at 75, 80, 80,000, 80,000, 85, 90,000, 90,000 now. The bid is at 90,000, 95, thank you. 95, 95,000 now. 100, it will be next. 95,000, the bid is at 95, 100, 100,000 now. At 100,000 now, the bid is at 100 against you. Would you like 110? 100,000 now, the bid is against you, 100,000. 105 I'll take. Shall we do 110? 105 now. The bid is at 105,000. Shall we go 110? 105,000 now. Against you at 105,000. 110. 110,000 now. The bid is at 110. 115 is next. 110,000 now. The bid is at 110,000 now. Against you at 110,000 now. Against you. No, it's your bid. At 110,000 now. 110,000. Shall we go 115? Thank you. 115,000. 115,000. 115. Shall we go 120? 115,000 now. Shall we go 120,000? It's 115. At 115,000 now. The bid is at 115 then. At 115,000, still with you at 115. Against you, 115. You want to make it 120?
Very nicely preserved model. Really beautiful condition.
120,000. 120 now. The bid is at 120 now. 120,000 now. Fair warning at 120. At 120,000 now for the Renault. At 125,000. 120,000 then. 120,000 now. Shall we go one more? At 120,000 now. 120,000. The bid is at 120,000. 120,000 now. With the gavel up at 120,000 then. Going once at 120,000. And fair warning at going twice at 120,000. At 120,000. At 120,000 Swiss. 120,000. 120,000 francs Swiss. Merci. 120,000.
Lot 126 is the 1958 Porsche 356A 1600S Cabriolet, and I had the good fortune of taking this car for a little bit of a drive when we were setting up with a journalist who was working with us. It drives fantastically well, actually. It's got the original colour, wonderful sort of pistachio shade, matching chassis and engine and gearbox, and professionally restored very, very recently with invoices on file. It's a lovely summer car, and I must say it does suit sort of mountain hills in the summer. So just get imagining, get dreaming about that as we open the bidding on this lot.
As we open the bidding, I'm going to start the bidding here with me, ladies and gentlemen. I have the bidding here with me at 75, 80, 85,000. 85,000 is bid. 85,000, 90,000, 90,000, 95. Would you like 100? 100 is bid. 110 is in the back. 110. Would you like 120? 120 I have in front of you in the back. 120 I have. 120 is seated. 120 now. The bid is seated at 120,000. 120, yes, against you. 120. 130,000. 130,000 now. 130,000. 130,000 now. On my right. 130,000 against you. Would you like 140? At 130,000 and the bid is at 130,000 now. Central Mille. 130,000 now. The bid is at 130. 130,000 and it's your bid at 130,000 and selling at 130. At 130,000 then. Fair warning. At 130,000 then. Am I selling it then on my right at 130,000 against you and against you at 130? The bid is at 130,000. Online against you as well at 130. And we're selling at 130,000. Fair warning. No, I'll take 135 though. No, okay, fair chance. 130,000 and selling at 130,000. 130,000, sir. Thank you very much. Do you have the pedal number? If not, I'll get you one. Don't worry. You won't escape. 100. There we go. 203 at 130,000. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's a long run to the door.
Yes. Lot number 127.
Lot 127, the 1959 Volkswagen Butler Coupe, a car that, I'll be honest, I did not know existed until my colleague consigned at this auction. But it's a very, very pretty thing, Swiss-bodied Volkswagen chassis, and a really lovely restoration. Lots of very nice alloy detail. It's very Italian in some ways in its styling, and very little used since restoration. Only 28 of these, we think, were built.
Thank you very much. And we're going to open the bidding, ladies and gentlemen, on this lot. I'm going to start the bidding here with me at 50, 55, 60,000. 60,000 I have. 60,000 is bid at 60,000. 65, thank you, sir. 65,000 I have now. 70,000. 70,000, would you like 75? 70,000 is against you. 75 I have now. 75 seated. 75 seated again. It's your bid at 75 now. 80,000. 80,000 now. 80,000 against. Would you like 85? 80,000 is the bid. 80,000 is the bid against you at 80,000. At 80,000. 80,000. No, are you sure? 80,000 and it's your bid at 80,000. 80,000 and selling at 80,000. 82 I can and I will make 85 for you, sir. 85 I have on the phone. Would you like 88, sir? 85. 85 is on the phone. I'll take 88. 85 is against you. 85,000 is against you at 85. 85,000 now. 88 I have. Right in front, 88, who'll give me 90. 88,000 now, the bid is at 88,000 for the Volkswagen, at 88,000, against you, Roger. 88, and Daniele controdite, anche controdite, 88,000, 88,000 against you, Roger. Shall we go 90? 88,000 now, the bid is at 88 then, 88,000 and 90,000 I have, Philip, and selling on my left now, at 90,000 now, the bid is at 90, at 90,000 then, at 90,000, any advance at 90, 90,000 then, the bid is at 92 I have, Roger. Against you now at 92. 92,000 now. Philip's bidder again at 92,000. 100,000, thank you so much. 100, Philip. Shall we go 105? 100 is the bid. 100,000 is against at 100,000. 100,000 now. The bid is at 100. 105, Roger. 105 now. 105 against. 105,000 now. The bid is against you at 105. Next is 110 at 105,000. 110 would be next at 105,000. 105,000 now. The bid is at 100. Well, that could be next to 108,000. 108. Philip, would you like to make it 110 at 108,000? 110,000. 110,000 against you, Roger, at 110,000. 110,000 now. The bid is at 110,000 now. 110 is against. 110 is against you at 110,000. 110,000 now. At 110,000 now. 110,000, and I'll take 112 next. At 110,000 now. 112. 112,000. 115 would be next. 115. 115, Roger. Would you like 118? 115,000 now. Am I pushing you off the...
You are. I'm stepping out your way.
Right.
It's getting very intense.
115,000. 115,000. 115 000 contre unité, Roger. 115,000 against you. The 115,000. 115,000. And the bid is 115. 118 is next. At 115,000 on. 115 000. 120,000 against you. Philip, what would you like to do at 120? 120,000. 120,000 is ahead of you. At 120,000. 122. Roger. 122. 125 is next. 122. The bid is at 122,000. 122,000 now. The bid is at 122,000. 122,000 is against you. 122,000. 40 Volkswagen at 122,000.
You won't find another one, and it's great. This must be the only one I say I've ever seen. And of those 12, who knows how many still survive? And it is a very, very pretty car, I must say.
122 are against you, Roger. You have to decide now. At 122,000. The bid is at 122,000 then. It's up with Roger. Against you, well, sir. Are you bidding at 122? 125. Against you both now. New place. 125. 125 is the bid at 125,000. 125,000 then. 125,000 then. Fair warning at 125 now, Philip, against you. But I'll give you 127. 127. No, 127. 130 is next then. And the gavel is up. Roger's going to be fast. At 127 now, it's Philip's bidder at 127. Going once at 127. 130,000. 130,000 now. 130,000. 130. 130,000. 130,000 now. The bid is at 130,000 now. It's in the room at 130,000. 130,000. Shall I sell it at 130? At 130,000 now. It's in the room. Hello, ma'am. 130,000 and it's with the room at 130,000. 130. I know. I see you, Roger. 130,000. But you've been doing that for a while. At 130,000. Going once at 132. 134. Next is 136. I know you're on the phone. You keep telling me. I see the phone is in your other hand, Roger. I can see it. It's right there. 134 is the bid again. Is that what you're trying to tell me? 134 now is in the room at 134,000. 134,000 now back in the room at 134. 134,000 and 136. 138.
I can't keep on going like this.
138,000.
It's getting too much.
So glad you started those 2,000 increments,
Yeah.
Roger. Thank you for that again. 138 is the bid at 138,000 then. Going once at 138,000. It's against you. Going twice at 138,000. Thank you, Philip, as well. And selling at 138,000. 138,203. Thank you very much. 138,000.
And from one piece of Swiss motoring heritage to another, we're on to lot 128, which is the 1974 Monteverdi 3754. Fantastic car here, hand-built, with very limited production. This particular one, a little bit of history with it. We know it was important to the USA in the 1980s and was stored there, and it comes from long-term ownership since 2012. If you would like any advice on owning a Monteverdi, there is someone in this room who can give you some advice, and I'm happy to pass some of those words on to you. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. I love it a lot.
Thank you very much. And also, ladies and gentlemen, please note that the car is offered with an owner's manual. Of course, important extra information that came to light afterwards. And we're going to open the bidding here, ladies and gentlemen, with my absentee bid with me. I have 40,000 already. 40,000 I have, and I can sell it. 45, 50,000 against you. 50,000, 55, 60,000, 65, 70,000, 75,000, 80,000 standing in the back of the room. 85 now, seated. 85, would you like 90? 85 is seated. 85,000 is seated at 85. 85,000 then. The bid is at 85,000. 85,000 seated at 85, and it's your bid, sir, at 85. 85,000. Any advance 85 online as well? The clocks for the 80. What next will be 90. 85 is the bid. At 85,000 then. Am I selling at 85,000?
Bid at the back of the
90,000 in the far end. 90,000 now. Far end at 90,000. Seated at 90. 90,000 against you. Would you like 95? What? Sorry, what was that? 90,000 is against. 90,000 is against. At 90,000, 95 online now. 95 is online now. 95 is the bid online at 95. 95,000 now. Would you give me 100? At 95 now. The bid is at 95 online at 95. 95,000. At 95,000 then. At 95,000 then. Freddie's coming over to discuss it. 97.5 is against you online. It's our first half increment of the day. 97.5. Shall we make it 100 online? 97.5 is against you at 97.5 now. 97.5 and asking for 100. The bid is at 97,500. 97.5, 97,500 then. Am I selling at 97,500 against you online at 97.5? Going once at 97.5 and twice. Am I selling them online against you at 97.5? Last chance. 97.5, it's your bid, sir, in the room. 224, 97.5, thank you.
Thank you very much. Lot 129, 1962 Ferrari 250 GTE 2+2. Matching numbers, chassis and engine, delivered new to the USA, this example. There is a good amount of ownership history on there, thanks to Marcel Massini's report, which you will find on file. I think it's a particularly rewarding project, this one, to return to the road, and I would think return to its original colour combination, which was Grigio Fumo over beige leather interior. Fantastic cars, they've appreciated an awful lot over the years, and very, very usable family Ferrari.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. The Ferrari 250 GT 2.2 series. Please note, ladies and gentlemen, the car is now offered with a file of invoices, history, copies of correspondence, articles, and copies of the car specification. So a lot of documentation there to go with the car, and I'm sure that many of you here have seen it. Quite some interest with the phones, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to start the bidding straight away with me here. I can open the bidding already at 141.50. 150,000 I have. 150,000 I have, and it's selling, ladies and gentlemen, at 150. I have 150,000 now. The bid is at 150, 160 now, in the back of the room at 160,000. 160,000, seated in the back of the room at 160. 160, 170 against you. 170,000 now. 170,000 now. The bid is at 170. 170,000. 170,000 for the Ferrari at 170. Who'll give me 180? At 170,000 now. The bid is at 170,000. 170,000 now. 180,000 in the end. Oh, that was against you. 190,000 now. Against you both at 190,000. 190,000 now. Who'll give me 200? 190,000 now. The bid is at 190. 200,000 with Paul. Against you, sir. Would you like 210? 200,000 now. With Paul at 200,000 you have Swiss francs. 200,000 now. 200,000. 200,000 now. The bid is at 200. 200,000 now. At 200,000 now. Any advance at 200? 205,000. 205,000. Against you, Paul. At 210,000. 210,000 now. Against you. Would you like 215? 210,000 is the bid. At 210,000. The bid is at 210,000 in the back of the room. 210,000. 210. 212 and a half. I know. 215 is next. 212,005 is against you. 212 and 5 is against you. 215, 220,000. 220 is against you, Paul. 220 ahead of you at 220. 225 now. 220. We're going to set the clock for you for 230. It's 225 against you online. And in the room, on the phone now at 225,000. 225,000 now. The bid is at 225. 225,000. 225,000. Are we all done at 225,000? And it's with Paul on the telephone. 225,000. Here at the Gstaad Hotel at 225,000. Bottom sale, 225,000 Swiss francs. Thank you so much, Paul. 225. May I have the number, please? You're going to get me the number 225,000, Paul Gaucher, to get us the number. Thank you so much. Lot number 130.
Thank you, Paul. And thank you, Martin. The 1934 Alvis Speed 20 SC20 drophead coupe by Charlesworth, one of only about 32 Speed 20 SCs by Charlesworth, and these are one of the most advanced pre-war Tourers of their day. Easy to drive, actually very, very usable pre-war cars with synchromesh gearboxes, and this one's a particularly nice example with a lovely patina inside thanks to its older partial restoration.
Thank you very much, Paul. Lot number 130 is the 1934 Alvis Speed SC20. Yeah, DHC, and we're going to start the bidding here with me, ladies and gentlemen, at, let me see, 40, 42, 45, 48,000. 48,000 is bid. 48, 50,000 I have. 50,000, thank you. 50,000 is bid. 55 is against you. Would you like 60? 55 now. The bid is at 60,000 then. 60,000 now. 60 against you at 60. And in line, 65, thank you. So in line 65, against you both in the room at 65. Who'll give me 70? At 65,000 now. The bid is at 65. Thank you at 65,000. 65,000 now. At 65,000 now. It's all line at 65. Will you give me 70? 68? I'll take. Thank you. 68 against you line. 68 now. The bid is at 68. Shall we go 70? At 68,000 now. The bid is at 68,000 now. 68,000 now. The bid is at 68. 68,000 now. The bid is at 68. In the far end at 68. 70,000 ahead. 70,000 now. Against you at 70,000. Against you as well at 70. At 70,000 now. Shall we go 72? 70,000 is the bid against you at 70,000. Are you sure? At 70,000. Why are you waving me off? Why? We were doing so well at 72,000. At 72. The bid is at 70,000 and still at 70,000. 70,000 now. At 70,000 now. The bid is at 70,000 now. 70,000. Sorry, it is at 70. Still at 70,000. At 70,000 then. Are we all done at 70,000 then? Fair warning. At 70,000 then. With the gavel at 70,000 then. Are we all done? Going once at 70,000 and twice at 70,000 and the car is at 70,000 Swiss francs. 70,000. Thank you.
Lot 131,
Yep.
1951 Bentley Mark 6, 4.5 litre coupe, and this particular example, Swiss coach-built car with colours of the Graber body. One of only two examples that are known to survive, and coming from long-term ownership, a great collection where it's been for the last 14 years. This car has participated at many, many Concours events across Europe, and we're pleased that today we heard there will be a Graber class at Pebble Beach this year. So maybe the moment to purchase this wonderful Swiss-built Bentley.
Absolutely, Paul. With the Graber class this year at Pebble Beach, we're going to open the bidding, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to open the bidding here with me at 110, 120,000. 120,000 now. The bid is at 120,000 now. 120,000 now. 130. Thank you. 130,000 now. 130,000. Back in the room at 130 now. Will you give me 140? 130,000. Now it's against you. I was asking. 130 is there. 130 is on the other side. 140,000. 140,000 now. The bid is at 140. 140,000 now. Can we go 150? At 140,000 now. The bid is at 140,000 now. 140 against you. 145 I'll take. 145 and 150 against you now. At 150,000. 155 is next. Also for the online bidder. Yes, at 155 would be next. 150 is the bid at 150,000. 150,000 now. The bid is at 150,000 now. Shall we go 155? At 150. No, it's against you on the left at 150,000. 150,000. 150 now is against you. Next would be 155. At 150,000 now. 150,000 now. The bid is ahead of you at 150. At 150,000 now. Against you as well at 150. 150,000 now. The bid is at 155. 155. Thank you. New place, 155. Would you like 160? 155 now. The bid is at 155 now. Yes, it is going to Pebble Beach. You can go. There's the class this here at Pebble Beach. At 155. Shall we go 160? 155 now against. At 155,000. 155,000 now. 160. The bid is at 160,000 now. One advance at 160,000 now. 165 is next. At 160,000 now. The bid is at 160. Any advance at 160,000 now. 160,000 now. 160 then. With the gavel up at 160,000 now. It's against you at 160,000 now. The gavel up at 160. Next is 165 I'll take. 160 is the bid against. At 160 Swiss against at 160 Swiss. At 160 then, going once at 160,000 and twice at 160,000. Fair warning at 160,000 at 160,000 francs Suisse. 160,000. Thank you very much. 160,000. Lot number 132.
132, one of the all-time greats, the 72 Ferrari Daytona, a car which really doesn't require much in the way of introduction, but this particular example, Italian delivery new, matching numbers, and coming from long-term ownership since 1998. And I think the most important thing to note about this car, I think one of the best features of it, was its original colour combination, which was marrone metallizzato over beige leather interior. Would be fantastic to return this car back to that original colour combination.
Thank you very much. The Ferrari, Daytona, 1972, and we're going to open the bidding here with me at 250, 280, 300,000, at 300,000 Swiss. 320 I have. 320 is bid. 320,000 is right in front of 320,000. Now the bid is at 320. At 320,000, 340 is against you. Would you like 360? 360 I have. Freddie, it's your bidder at 360,000. It's your bid, sir. It's in front of you, 380 now. Would you like 400? 380 is against. At 380,000 now. 390 I'll take. 390 is ahead of you, Gregory, at 390,000. 390 is the bid against at 390. 400,000. 400,000. I'll take 410. 400,000 is the bid at 400,000. 400,000 is the bid against you at 400. 400,000 now. 400,000, would you like 410? At 400,000 now, on my left at 400,000 now. 400,000 now, the bid is at 400. At 400,000 now, against. Are you bidding? At 400. It's Gregory's bid at 400 against Livy as well at 400,000. 400,000 now. 400,000 now. The bid is against you at 400 now. Was that a bid? 400,000. No, next is 410. 410, ahead of you at 410,000. 410,000. I haven't forgotten about you, by the way. 410 now. It's your bid in the back. 420,000. 420. Would you like 430? 420. 430 I have. 430,000. 430,000 is the bid against at 430. 440,000. 440,000 now. The bid is at 440,000. 450. 450,000. 450,000. The bid is at 450,000 now. Any advance at 450? At 450,000 now. The bid is at 450,000 now at 450. At 450,000 now. 450,000 now. The bid is at 450. At 450,000 now. Well, you'd like to make it 460. 450,000. It's he's out. At 450,000 then. 450,000 then. Fair warning at 450. For all done at 450,000. At 450,000 francs Suisse. 450,000 francs Suisse. Thank you very much at 450,000.
Thank you, Martin. Lot 133 is the 1955 Bentley S2 Continental drop head coupe. Swiss delivered example, this one. Again, the ultimate motoring luxury, as we've said, in its day. Only 63 park wall bodied left-hand drive cars built, and this particular example does retain its original matching numbers engine.
And which year is this? In 1961, right? Not 1965, not 55, because that's what the serial notice says, Paul.
It does indeed. It's a 61
Thank you very much.
model,
It's a
not a
1961, not the 1955. And with that information, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and start the bidding. I'm going to start the bidding here with me at 80, 85, 100,000. 100,000 now. The bid is at 100,000. I have 100. 100,000 is bid. 100,000 now. The bid is at 100. At 100,000 I have. 100,000. Will you give me 110? 100,000 now. At 100,000 now. The bid is at 100. 100,000 now. At 100,000 now, the bid is at 100. 100, 110. 110,000. That was a bid. 120, no, then it's not against you. Don't worry about it. 110,000, 120. 120 against you both now. 120,000 now. The bid is at 120. At 120,000 now. 120,000. Any advance at 120. At 120,000. 120,000 now. The bid is at 120. At 120,000 now. Fair warning at 120,000. Are we all done? At 130,000 now. Online at 130,000. 130,000 is the bid online at 130. At 130,000 now online at 130. And it's against you at 130,000. 130,000 now. The bid is at 130. At 130,000. 130,000 now the bid against at 130. At 130,000. 130,000 is the bid against you at 130,000. My online bidder at 130. 130,000 now. And it's your bid at 130,000 for 130,000 for the Bentley at 130,000 only.
Extremely luxurious car in its day, very elegant, and very unlikely you'll find another left-hand drive one on the market anytime soon.
130 I have. 135 now, against you online. Next is 140, and it's selling at 135. 135 is Freddie's bid online against you. Would you like to make it 140? 135 now, here in the room at 135 and selling at 135,000 online. Are you still with me? At 135, 100... 137.5. See, that's what happens when you give those bids to me. 137.500, 140 online against you both. 140,000 against you both at 140. Who'll give me 142.5? 140 is the bid at 140,000. 140,000 against you both, gentlemen. 140,000. It's my internet bidder at 140 and selling at 140,000. Shall we go one more time? Kleines Gebot vielleicht für 2.500. 142,500. 142,500. If offerta. 142,500 against you, sir, online. 142,500 is against you. Next is 145. 142,500 is against you. We'll take it 145. 142,500 against you. It's online. 142,500 is against you. Shall we make it 145? No, 142,500 is still in the room. And 142,500 is in the room. 142,500 is in the room. 142,500. Yeah, in the room against you online. Would you like to bid for 145? 145 I have. 145 contro di voi. Signori. 145 against you. 145 against you. 145 and selling then at 145,000 then. The bid is at 145,000 then. With the gavel up. 147.5 online against you. 147.5 against. Would you like to make it 150? 147.5 is against you, sir. Would you like to make it 150? 147.5. It's your bid. Yes, it's your bid, Pierre. 147.5 is your bid, and it's against the online bidder at 147.5. And selling that at 147.5. If we're all done, am I hammering down at 147.5, then going once with 147.5 and twice, online last chance, and selling in the room at 147.500? 147,500. Thank you very much, sir. And not one more time, the number, please, is 221. 147,500, 221.
Wonderful. Lot 134 is the 1969 Monteverdi 375S Coupe, one of only 10 bodied by Carrozzeria Frua, heavily inspired, of course, as you can tell, by the Maserati Ghibli, very reminiscent of that car, but with the reliability of an American V8 engine. This car, as we've said in the catalogue, SRN, was not Jay Leno's car, but there is good news, because Jay Leno still has his Monteverdi. So if you buy this car today, you are joining the taste of one of our hobby's great collectors.
Thank you very much, Paul. And a lot of restoration also was done to the car. We have the invoices on file for you with the documentation. And we're going to open the bidding here with me, with the phones ready, ladies and gentlemen. Quite a lot of interest on this. We're going to start the bidding here with me at 48.50, 55,000. 55,000 c'est déjà offert. 55 is already bid. 60 I have. Thank you very much. 60,000, 65 in the back, 70,000 against you both. Will give me 75. I have 70,000 already. At 70,000 already, the bid is already at 70,000. 75, thank you. 80,000 against your line as well. 80,000 with my absentee bidder. 85, 90,000 seated against you still. 90,000 still with my bid at 90. Would you like 95? 90,000. I have 95 online. 100,000 now. 100. We'll set the clock for 105. I have. 105 is your bid, sir. 105,000 now. It's in the room. 110 is online. 110 is online now. Next is 115. 110 is online. 110, Gstaad Sale online. En ligne, 110, 115,000. 115,000 dans la salle maintenant. At 115,000, 115,000, 120, 120,000, 120,000 now. Back in the room at 120 on the phone. With Andrea, would you like 125? 120,000 is the bid. 125. 125. 125,000 against you, Andrea. Can we go 130? At 120, 130,000. 130,000. 130,000 contre vous. 135. 135,000 now. The bid is 135. 135,000. 135 is the bid against. At 135,000 against you, Andrea. It's your bid, sir. At 135,000 and against you online as well, 135. 140,000. 140,000 now. 140,000 is against you, sir. It's not your bid, it's against you. It's behind you at 140. Would you like 145? I have 145. 145 against you, Piero. Next is 150. 145 is against. 145 is against. Next is 150. 145 is against. 145 now. The gavel's up at 150,000. 150,000. 150,000 now. 150,000 against you, sir. 150 is the bid against you. 155. 155. What would you like to do, Piero? 155. 160,000. 160,000. 165. 165 against you, Pierre. 170,000. 175. 175 against. 175 against them. The bid is at 175 now, back in the room. 180,000. New place, 185. 185, sir, against you. 185 gegen Sie, 185, and Freddie is standing right next to you at 185. Would you like 190? 185 is the bid against you, the 185. 185,000, it's right there, and I'm selling at 190,000. 195. Would you like 200? 195,000 now, ahead of you at 195. 195, it's not you, sir, don't worry, 195,000. You may bid 200,000, I have. I'll take 5, sir. No, thank you very much. 200,000 the bidders, and 200,000 now. Pierre, against you as well at 200, I'll take 205. At 200,000 and seated at 200,000. Am I selling at 200,000? Going once at 200 and twice at 200,000, fair warning. And I'm selling at 200,000 francs Suisse. 200,000, thank you, sir. 213, well done.
Bravo, thank you. 135, 1963 Facel Vega, Facel 2 Coupe. One of only 182 made. This particular car was restored quite extensively between 2009 and 2010. And these cars were really about resurrecting the great pre-war French coach-built cars. They were beloved by film stars, stars of cinema, racing drivers. So I'm sure it's not the first time that a Facel has been parked in the car park here at the Gstaad Palace.
Absolutely.
And so we do have a serum notice. Thank you for pointing out to me, which I don't have in front of me. This car is now offered with an original Dutch registration document, as stated, but please note that the US document that we mentioned in our catalogue is actually a copy. But do not worry, there is an original Dutch registration with the car.
So there's a Dutch registration with the car, and the US registration document is a copy, Whitney. And we're going to start with that information. We're going to start the bidding here with me. I have the bidding already with me at, let me see, 70, 75, 80, 85,000 I have. 85,000 I have the bid with me at 85. 85, 90,000, 95 against. 95 now. Absentee bid still at 95,000. 95,000, 95 is against you. 95, would you like 100? Is the bid 100? 105 is in the back. 105 is in the back. 110 is against you both. 110 is against you both. We'll give me 120. 120, 130. 130 against you now. 130,000, 140,000. 140,000 now. 150,000 now against you, Pierre, at 150,000. It's against you, sir, 150. 150, c'est contre vous. 150, das Gebot. 150,000 is the bid at 150,000. 150,000 now. Any advance at 150? 150. 160,000 online. 160 Anliegen geboten, online geboten. 160,000 gegen Sie. 160 is against. Are you sure? At 160, 170,000 ahead of you online now. 170,000 now. The bid is at 170. 170,000. 170,000 now. 170,000. Let's set the clock for 175 at 170,000. 175 would be next at 170,000 now on the phone at 170. 175 is online. 175 is online. Would you like to go 180? 175. 180,000 online against you. Would you like 185? 180,000 is the bid against you online. Would you like to make it 185? It's 180,000. 180,000 now. The bid is at 180. At 180,000 now. 180,000. 180,000 now. It's with Gregory on the phone at 180,000 against you, sir, at 180. At 180,000 online against you as well. Pierre in the back at 180. Am I hammering down at 180,000 then? On my right, 180,000 then. Going once at 180,000 and twice at 180,000. Fair warning at 180,000 and selling at 180,000 Swiss. 1020, 180,000.
Lot 136 is 2008 Mercedes-Benz SL65 AMG Black Series. This particular example is virtually as new. It's never actually been registered, and so there are no registration documents with it, but a fantastic record of the original specification of the car. It has less than 1,000 kilometers. There is a little notice here, actually. We've recorded in our catalogue that it has 330 kilometers in the, on the clock. It actually has 480, and we haven't driven it, sadly. It was a simple error. I wish I'd put those kilometers on the car, but we'll leave that pleasure to you. It is no reserve.
Thank you. It's no reserve. It is offered with the owner's manual and an unstamped service book as well. Quite a lot of interest. I have the phones, I have absentee bids, and we're going to start the bidding here with me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to start the bidding straight away at 80, 90, 100,000. 100,000 I have. I have 100,000, 110, 120,000, 120,000, 130,000, 140, 150, 160,000, 170,000, 180,000, 180, 190,000, 200,000, 200,000. Now the bid is at 200. 210 is next there. 200,000, and the bid is at 200,000. Your bid at 200. 200,000. 210. 220, 220,000, 220 against you, Gregory, 220,000, Daniele Onke contre delay, 230,000, online I'm ahead of you, would you like 240, sir? 240,000 is back in the room at 240,000, 240,000 back in the room, 250 is online, against you both at 250,000, 250, online at 250,000, 250, 260,000, 260,000 now, the bid is at 260, at 260,000, any advance at 260, at 260,000, 260,000 now, against you, and it's on my right at 260,000, 260,000 now, the bid is at 260, at 260,000, against you, sir, 260,000 now, and against you online as well. Am I selling at 260,000 on 260,000, 260,000 now, with Gregory on my right, going once at 260,000, and twice at 260,000, and the bid is at 260,000, here at Bonhams at 260, it's against you, sir, and we're selling at 260, at 260,000 francs Suisse, at 260,000. Gregory, 260,000, well done. 6004, 6004, 260,000, 6004.
Thank you very much, Greg. Lot 137, 1967 Lamborghini 400 GT 2+2. Without a doubt, the most original of these cars I've ever seen. In fact, one of the most original cars I've seen at auction for many, many years, if not indeed ever. Only 2 registered keepers from new in the same family since 1967. The car's never been fully restored, and it retains its original service book, original guarantee card, the original brochure. It really is a beautiful time capsule. I must say, it drove off the lorry here as well, fired straight up. So a really rare opportunity to buy an unrestored car from 1967 with a fabulous file with it.
Thank you very much, Paul. And we're going to open the bidding, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start the bidding here with me at 240,260, 260,000, 260,000 francs Suisse, 260,000 now. The bid is at 260, 280, 280,000, 280,000 now, 300. At 300 now, 300,000, 300,000 now. The bid is at 300. Any advance at 300,000. At 300,000 now, 300,000, 300,000 next to 320. At 300,000 now, 320,000, 320,000 I have. At 320,000 now, the bid is at 320. Any advance at 320,000. At 320,000 now, the bid is at 320,000 now. 330, 330, 320 is against you at 320,000. 330 I'll take. 330,000, 330,000 now. 330,000 now. Shall we go 340 online as well? We'll set the clock for 340,000. The bid is at 330,000. At 330,000 now. Is that a phone? Better pick it up. At 330,000. 340 against you both now at 340,000. Any advance at 340,000 at 340,000 now. The bid is at 340,000 for the Lamborghini 400 GT.
You will not find such an original one again. This is an unrepeatable opportunity, I would say, and fantastic original colour combination too.
Very beautiful at 340,000 now. The bid is at 340. 340,000 and any advance at 340 then. At 340,000, 340,000, 340,000 and going once at 340,000 and twice at 340,000. Fair warning at 340. At 340,000, 340,000. Lot number 138.
Indeed, the 1991 Ferrari F40. This is a Swiss delivery example here, matching numbers, of course, and in present ownership since 1996. Only 20,500 kilometres from new. Last major service was in 2014. At that time, the fuel tanks were replaced, and you do have the previous fuel tanks that do come with the car. With books, tools, and of course a lovely history and provenance with it. It is a non-CAT example, which was never road registered in Switzerland, in fact. And there is, again, a note, it's not offered with any original registration documents as such, only those import documents when the car came into Switzerland. And as it is a non-catalyzer example, it's not homologated for Swiss road use. Thank you, Martin.
Thank you very much. The Ferrari F40. We've got a lot of phones, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to open the bidding here with me. We're going to open the bidding here with me at 950, 1,100,000. 1,100,000 is the bid. At 1,100,000. At 1,100,000, and I'll take the 50s. At 1,100,000. Who'll go first? At 1,100,000. 1,150,000. Thank you, Danielle. At 1,150,000. 1,200,000 now. At 1,200,000. 1,250,000. 1,250,000 now. 1,250,000. Now the bid is at 1,250,000. 1,003,000. 1,003,000 I have. Thank you. 1,003,000 now. On my right, 1,300,000 now. The bid is at 1,003,000. 1,003,000 and 50. 1,350,000 now. At 1,350,000 now. The bid is at 1,400,000. 1,400,000 now. 1,400,000 now. 1,400,000 now. 145, 1,500,000 against you both now. 1,500,000 is ahead of you both now, and I'll take 550. 1,500,000 is the bid against you both now, with my bidder at 1,500,000 and selling at 1,500,000. 155, thank you very much. 155, 1,600,000 now. Back in the room, thank you, Paul. At 1,600,000. Gregor against you and against my absentee bidder, it's 1,600,000. And selling in the room now at 1,600,000. 165, 1,650,000. 1,650,000 now. The bid is at 1,650,000. 1,650,000 now. Against you both at 1,650,000, Gregor. 1,650,000 is Gregor's bid at 1,650,000. Any advance at 1,650,000. It's with Gregor at 1,650,000 against you. Daniele, contradite anche. Can we do 75? It's easier for me. I know it's 5,000, it's a lot, but it's easier for me. Thank you so much. 1,675. That means 1,700 for you. 1,675 now. The bid is 1,675. 1,675,000 against you, Gregor. 1,700,000, and I'll take the 25. 1,700,000 now. The bid is at 1,700,000 against you, sir. At 1,700,000. 1,700,000 ahead of you at 1,700,000. 1,700,000. And the bid is at 1,700,000 with Gregor on the phone. 1,700,000. Am I selling it at 1,700,000 then? 1,700,000 now. It's on my left. At 1,700,000, it's Gregor in against you, and it's selling at 1,700,000 at 1,700,000 then. Going once at 1,700,000. Going twice here at Bonham's first Gstaad Sale in 14 years, 1,700,000 and sold at 1,700,000. Well done. 6021.
Thank you to all our bidders, and thank you again. Lot 139, 1986 Aston Martin V8 Volante, offered here today without reserve. It's a manual transmission example, delivered new to Italy, Daniele. Delivered new to Italy, British-Italian car. So this has got good provenance for you, in present ownership since 2010. Over to you, Martin.
Thank you very much, Paul. Yeah, the Aston Martin V8 Volante, and we're going to start the bidding here, ladies and gentlemen, with me. I have the bidding here already at 50, 60, 70,000 I have. 70,000 I have. 70,000 now. The bid is with me at 70,000. 70,000, 75, 80,000. 80,000 now. Still my absentee bid against you, 80,000. 85, 90,000 ahead of you at 90,000 now. 90,000 now. The bid is at 90 now. 90,000 now. 95 at 95,000 now. 95,000 already bid at 95. We'll give you 100 at 95,000 now. 95,000 now. The bid is at 95. 95,000 and selling at 95,000, and the bid is at 95. At 95,000 francs Suisse, 100 against you. I'm sorry, it's just ahead of you at 100. I can give you 105. 100 is already ahead of you. Sorry, Loic, would you like 105? 100,000 is ahead of you at 100,000. 105 is next. I have it with Gregory already. Ahead of you, Loic, at 105. 105,000. And against you online as well. 105 is already in the room, but we'll set the clock for 110. 105,000. Thank you, Loic. Merci beaucoup. 105,000 is against you online. 110,000 online, Gregory. 110,000 contre vous. 110,000. Now the bid is online against you at 110. 110,000 then. My online bid at 110,000 against you all in the room at 110,000. 110,000 then. Am I selling at 110,000 then? Fair warning at 110,000, going once and twice at 110,000. 110,000, 112 online. We'll set the clock for 115. 112,000. 112,000 is against you online. 114 is fine. We'll set the clock for 114 at 112,000 against you online. Would you like 114? At 112,000 now. The bid is at 112,000 now. 112. It's right here in the room at 112. You have to click now at 112,000 then. Fair warning at 112 and hammering down at 112,000 at 112,000. 112,000, 414. Thank you so much. 112,000. I'm sorry online. It was after the hammer came down.
Lot 140, the 2002 Lamborghini Murcielago Coupe, Another definite future classic in my book, one of the early, if not I think the first Audi-owned Lamborghinis built. This is a desirable manual gearbox example, big difference there, and with only 19,000 kilometers from new. It does require servicing, however it does actually run and drive. We drove it into the garage the other day, so a major service required at Lamborghini. However, it's a working car, and there is, as Paul reminds me, thank you Paul, no VAT to pay for Swiss buyers in the room. It is in free circulation in Switzerland. Thank you very much, Martin.
The Lamborghini Murcielago Coupe, and we're going to start the bidding here with me. I have the bidding here with me at 90, 95, 100. I have 100,000. 100,000 now. The bid is with me at 100. 100,000 will give me 110. 110. 120 is against you. 120 now. 130. 140 is against you. 140 I have in my book. 140,000. Thank you. 140,000 is the bid. At 140,000, still with me at 140. 140,000 now. And against you line as well, 150 in the back. Thank you. 150,000 now. 150,000 now. The bid is at 150. Any advance at 150. At 150,000 now. The bid is at 150. 150,000 in the back of the room and against you in the middle. At 150 then in the far end. 150,000 150,000. I'll sell it to the end at 150,000. Are we all done? At 150,000 and it's your bid, sir. At 150,000 online against you as well at 150. Selling at 150,000. 150,000. Sold to you, sir, 150,000. Thank you very much. 150,000 S445.
And from one Lamborghini to the next, the 2010 Lamborghini Reventon Roadster. We're delighted to be representing this car again for a second time. One of only 15 cars built, delivered new to Switzerland with only 2,400 kilometers on the clock there. Last serviced in 2019. It's an ultra rare, beautiful specification example. We took this vehicle down to the airfield and parked it next to a private jet. I think that is its natural habitat. And when you're in the car, you do get the impression that indeed you may be flying said jet. Over to you, Martin.
Thank you very much, Paul. Exactly, like a jet, and we had it indeed there at the airport, and it looks stunning. And we have the bidding here, starting with me, ladies and gentlemen, again at 900, 950, 1 million, 1,100,000 is bid, 1,100,000 I have, 1,100,000. And I'll take the 50s again at 1,100,000. Who will go first? 1,150,000, thank you. 1,150,000 is on my right. 1,150,000 is on my right against you at 1,150,000. 1,150,000. Shall we go 1-2? 1,200,000 I have. 1,200,000 now. 1,200,000 now. The bid is on my right with Gregory at 1,200,000, 1,250,000 ahead of you. 1,250,000, would you like 1-3? 1,250,000 now. 1,250,000 is against you, 1,250,000. 1,300,000 now. 1,300,000 now. On my right at 1,300,000. 1,350,000 and 50. 1,350,000. 1,350,000 now. The bid is at 1,350,000 now. 1,350,000 now. The bid is at 1,350,000. Who'll give me 1,400,000? 1,350,000 now. 1,350,000. 1,400,000 now. 1,400,000. Would you like 1,450,000, sir? 1,400,000 is the bid. At 1,400,000, the bid against you, 1,400,000. 1,400,000 now. And against you as well for 50 now. 1,450,000. Shall we go 1,500,000? 1,450,000 is against you. Shall we go 1,500,000? At 1,450,000 now. 1,500,000 now. At 1,500,000 now. 1,500,000 now. At 1,500,000 now. It's on my right at 1,550,000. 1,550,000 now. 1,550,000 is the bid. At 1,550,000 now. Who'll give me 1,600,000? 1,550,000 is the bid. At 1,550,000 now. 1,550,000 now. Shall we go one more time? At 1,550,000. 1,550,000 is the bid now. At 1,550,000. 1,550,000.
Every time you look at this car, it gets better and better, I think. So architectural, every angle on there coming together in this fantastic shape. Nothing quite like it.
1,550,000 is the bid, Gregory, against. At 1,550,000. 1,550,000. At 1,550,000 then. The bid is at 1,550,000 then. 1,550,000 then. The gavel is up at 1,550,000. 1,600,000. 1,600,000 now. Against you, Paul, at 1,600,000. At 1,600,000 now. The bid is at 1,600,000. At 1,600,000 now. Against you at 1,600,000. Shall we go 1,650,000? It's 1,600,000 now. At 1,600,000 now. The bid is 1,600,000 against you, 1,600,000. 1,600,000 now. And he advances at 1,600,000 now. It's on my right at 1,600,000 and the gavel is up at 1,600,000. 1,600,000 now. Against you, Paul, at 1,600,000. Shall we go at 1,600,000? 1,650,000. 1,650,000 now. At 1,650,000 now. At 1,000,000 and against you, Gregory, at 1,650,000. Don't let it escape at 1,650,000. At 1,650,000 down. Going once at 1,650,000 now. Gregory, going 1,650,000 against. Going twice at 1,650,000 now. Fair warning at 1,650,000. 1,650,000. 1,650,000. Thank you very much. Lot number 142, Paul.
Lot 142 is the 1965 Mercedes 220 SEB. A very rare and desirable model here, sold new to Switzerland and with a manual gearbox, which is quite unusual. Elegant and understated luxury of going from Mercedes in the mid-1960s.
Thank you very much. And we're going to open the bidding, ladies and gentlemen, on this lot. I have the bidding here with me at 20, 22, 25,000. 25,000 only. 25,000. I can sell it at 25. At 25,000 now. The bid is with me. 28 online, 30 against you online. 30, 32,000 in the room. It's your bid. 32 is in the room. 32,000 now. Seated at 32,000. 32,000. 35 is against you at 35. Would you like 38? 35, 38,000 I have. Thank you. 38 now. It's back in the room at 38 online. Shall we make it 40? 40,000 online. 40,000 online now. Would you like 42? 40,000 is online now. Against you at 40,000. 40,000 now. The bid is online. 40,000 against you. Would you like 42? At 40,000 then. Online at 40,000 then. 40,000 and the bid is at 40,000 now. Fair warning at 40,000. Carl Miedle at 40,000 and selling at 40,000. 42 I have now. Back against you online. 42 is back in the room at 42. At 42,000 now. Next is 45. 42 is in the room at 45 online. 45 online, and it's right above you as well. Well, the camera is. 45. Would you like 48? 47. Fine, why not? We'll take it. 47. 40. It's a Sunday. 47,000. It's 47. Shall we make it 50 online? 47 is the bid against you. At 50,000 I have. I'll take 52 next. 50,000. And the bid is at 50,000 and selling it for all done at 50,000. Sengel Miele, 50,000 and going once at 50,000. Twice at 50,000 and selling at 50,000. Swiss. 50,000, sold at 50,000, online, thank you.
Lot 143 is the 1976 Porsche 911.
630, yeah.
Sorry, I'm talking over you there. 1976 911 3-litre SC Targa. Actually, I think Greg, Philip and I drove the Coupe de Zalop in 2017 alongside this car and its owner. Comes from a great home and it performed beautifully on that particular tour. It's been converted to Swiss specification and is registered in Switzerland. Offered here today without reserve. You too can do Coupe de Zalop in a 911.
Thank you very much. And a small sale room notice, ladies and gentlemen. Please note that the car is from 1978, not 1976, as stated in the printed and online catalogue. And please note that the car is now offered with an original old Californian title document. And we're going to open the bidding, ladies and gentlemen, with me here at 28, 30, 32,000. 32,000 I have. 32, 34, 36, 38,000. 38,000 is your bid. 38,000. 40,000 against you both. I have 42,000 is in the back. 45, 42 I have. Seated. 42 is seated now. The bid seated is 42,000. At 42,000 now seated in the back of the room, 42,000 is your bid, sir. 42,000. Any advance at 42? 45 is in the back. 45 is in the far back at 45. 45. Would you like 48? 45 is in the far end at 45. Would you like to make it 48,000? 45,000. And the bid is at 45,000. And any advance at 45? It's in the far end at 45,000. And fair warning, and I'm selling at 45,000. At 45,000. And gavel is up. Going once. 48,000. New place. 48, sir. 46,000, fine. 46, would you like 47? 47, would you like 48? 47,000 and sold at 47,000. 47,000, 445. 47,000. 445, lot number 144, yep.
The 969 DS21, the car that everyone here knows I would take home. Incredibly rare Chaperon-built car, this one of the 27 built, and I believe I've just heard actually possibly the last one of those 27 cars is this 1969 example. Twin headlamp, green fluid example, was restored in 2009, just before Bonham sold it to our current vendor, and now requires recommissioning, but certainly a very worthwhile project. Offered here today without reserve.
Thank you very much. Offered without reserve, and we're going to open the bidding on this lot, ladies and gentlemen. I have the bid here with me at 25,000. 25,000 is bid. 25,000 I have, and I can sell it at 25. At 25,000. Any advance? 28,000, 30,000 in the back. 30,000 now, but 32,000, 35,000 against you all. At 35,000 with my absentee bidder at 35. 38, 40,000. 42, 45. 45,000 still with me. 45,000 still with my absentee bidder at 45,000. 48, 50,000 against you, sir. 50,000. 50,000. 50,000, I still have 52, 55. 55, next is 58. I have now in the room 58,000 now. 58,000. 58,000 now. Against you on the phones as well at 58. 58,000 your bid, sir. At 58, and the advance at 58. 58,000 is selling at 58. 60,000 new place. 60,000, 62,000. 62,000, 65,000. 68,000. 68,000. 68,000 against. 68,000 against you. At 68,000 now. At 68,000 now. The bid is at 68. 68,000 and right up front. 70 online. 70 online now. 70,000. 72,000, 72,000. Online against you at 72,000. 72,000 now. 75,000 in the far end against you online. 75 is already in the end. 75,000 now. 75, 78,000. Again in the front. 78,000. Shall we go 80? At 78,000 now. The bid is at 78,000 now. 80,000 online. 80,000 online. Gengzi. 82,000. 82,000 back in the room at 82. At 82,000 now. 82,000 now. 82 online against you as well at 82,000. Back in the room at 82. At 82,000 now. 82,000 now. 82 I have. 90,000 online. A jump at 90,000. 90,000. I'll do 92. 92. 95 is next bid, please, for the online bidders. Or 94. Let's keep it there. 94 I have online. Would you like 96? 96,000. 96,000 now. The bid is at 96,000 online. 98 is next. 96,000. I'll wait for you online at 96,000. 96 is the bid against you at 96. Would you like to make it 98, please? 96,000 now. 96. 98 is bid online. 98. Online at 98,000. 98,000 now. Against you at 98. Shall we go 100? 198 then. The bid is at 98,000 then. 98,000 for the Citroën DS. Yeah, 21. 98,000 then. Who's giving me 100? I have 98,000. Am I selling at 98,000? 98,000 then. And the gavel is up. 98,000 Swiss. 100,000. 100,000 now. 100,000 now. 100,000 now. 100,000 is against your line. Would you like 105? At 100,000 now the bid against. At 100,000 now. It's in the room back here at the 100,000 at the Gstaad Hotel against you at 100. 100,000 now. The bid is at 100. Am I selling at 100,000 and online? Are you sure? At 100,000 and with the gavel up, 105. Back online at 105. 105,000 then. And the gavel is up and I'm selling at 105. We're all done at 105,000. Fair warning. Online 105,000, 6022. 105,000, 6022.
Thank you to our bidders and thank you to our bidders around the world. In London, I think there. Lot 145 is the 1999 Aston Martin V8 Volante long wheelbase. One of only 64 cars built and one of only about 25, we think, that were left-hand drive. This again is the end of real hand-built Aston Martin production. Very practical, very usable, and only 35,000 kilometres from new. And we're also pleased to announce, as an additional bit of information, that the car is offered with the original Spanish, German and Swiss registration documents. So over to you, Martin.
Thank you very much. And we're going to open the bidding on this lot, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start the bidding here with me at 70, 75,000. At 75, 80,000. 80,000 I have. 80,000, 85. 85,000 now. The bid is at 85,000. Who'll give me 90? At 85,000 now. The bid is at 90,000. 90,000 now. 90,000, 90,000. 95 against you. Would you like to make it 100? 90,000 is the bid against you. 95 is against you now. Against you at 95,000. Would you like to make it 100? At 95,000 now. The bid is at 95. 95,000 then. At 95,000 now against you, 95. 100,000. 100,000 now. 100 now. At 100 now. 100 now. 105. I'll take 105. 105 is bid. 105,000 now. 110 would be next. At 105,000 now. The bid is at 110. 110,000 now. 110. Asking for 115 at 110,000 now. The bid is at 110,000 now. Who'll give me 115 at 110,000? 110,000 then. With the gavel up at 110,000. 110,000 and fair warning at 110. Going once at 110,000 and twice at 110,000. Fair warning at 110,000 at 110,000. 110,000. Simon, thank you. Good to see you. 110,000. Au revoir. À la prochaine. And lot number 146.
1971 Citroën SM 3-litre automatic, offered without reserves. It'll be a very rewarding project, this particular car, and it is the rarer 3-litre example, coming again from long-term ownership since 2005. Lovely colour combination on this particular example, and as I say, a very worthwhile project, I think.
Thank you very much. And the bidding here with me on this lot, we have the bidding at 9.5, 10, 11, 12,000. 12,000 I have. 12,000 I have. Next is 14. 12,000 I have. The bid is at 12,000. No, 12,000 I have. At 12,000 I have. 12,000 with my absentee bidder at 12. At 12, 14,000 now. 14,000. 16 against you. Says Mille. 16,000 is against you. 16,000 is against you at 16,000. 16,000 is against you at 16. 16,000. 16,000 now. The bid is against at 16,000. 17, 18,000. 18,000 is ahead of you at 18,000. 18,000, yeah, 17,000, 18,000, 19,000, 20,000 still ahead of you at 20,000. 20,000 now. 20,000 now. The bid is against you. 20,000 now. 20,000 with my absentee bidder at 20. At 20,000 now. Any advance at 20,000? Am I selling it at 20? At 20,000 then. 20,000 and to my absentee bidder at 20,000 then. Fair warning, and if we're all done at 20,000, I'm selling at 20. At 20,000. At 20,000. France Suisse. 20,000. Thank you very much. Absentee 6022. 20,000.
Thank you, Martin. Lot 147, the 1989 Ferrari Testarossa, a design icon, of course, a Swiss delivery example with only 2 owners from new, 23,000 kilometers or just over, and recently serviced with the timing belts in September 2021. And of course, we do have a wonderful photograph to go with this car. So if you buy the car, you don't have to buy the photograph, but I do highly recommend it, displayed there on our right-hand side.
And that is for immediate sale, right? You can buy
that,
this
you can buy that here
right now. There we go, as pointed out by Victoria on our Swiss office, ladies and gentlemen. Does not come with the lot, but we highly recommend you buying it, yes. There's also sale notice. Please note, ladies and gentlemen, the online description supersedes the version in our printed catalogue. The car is taxes paid in Switzerland as well. So another good little bit of information.
And we'll wrap up the picture as well. If you want to buy the picture, we'll do some wrapping.
Yeah. And we're going to start the bidding here, ladies and gentlemen, for the Testarossa. We're going to start the bidding here with me at, let me see, 80, 85,000, 85,000, 90,000. 90,000 is bid. 90,000 I have at 90,000. 90,000 now. Who'll give me 95? 90,000 I have. 95, 100. I have 100,000 now. The bid is at 100,000 now with me at 100. 100,000 now. 100,000 I have. The bid is 100. At 100,000 now. 100,000 now. The bid is at 100. Any advance at 100. At 100,000 now. The bid is with me at 100. 100,000 now. 100 Swiss is with me at 100,000 now. 100,000 now. The bid is with me at 100. Poland is against you at 100,000. 100,000 now. I have my absentee bid at 100. 100,000 now. 100,000 now. The bid is against you at 100. At 100,000 now. Right here at 100 now. What would you like to do? At 100,000 now. Would you like to bid at 100? 100,000 then. At 100,000 now. The bid is against you at 100. At 100,000 euros.
Does have its books and tools with it, if it makes a difference. Original books and its complete tool set.
100,000. We're going to set the clock for 105 at 100,000 now. Paul, against you, 100,000. 100,000 now. The bid is at 100. 100,000 then. The bid is at 100. Paul, I have to hear it now from you. 100,000. 100,000 then. At 100,000 then. The bid is with me at 100,000 now. At 100,000 now. 100,000 against you. At 100,000. 100,000 against you, Swiss francs, and against you in the back of the room as well is 100 right here. Next is 105. At 100,000 then. At 100,000, if we're all done at 100,000, fair warning at 100, and hammering down at 100,000. 100,000. Thank you so much. Lot number 148.
Lot 148 is the 1964 Porsche 356C Cabriolet. Late model example, of course, in 64, right at the end of production. This car delivered by Son Auto to Paris with only 4 owners from new and does have its original engine in the car too. Interestingly, of course, the most noticeable thing is it does have a factory hardtop. Very, very unusual thing to see on a Porsche 356. A little bit of work will be required to the hardtop. But again, once you've done that work, you won't, I don't think, see another one with that hardtop for a very long time.
Thank you. And we're going to open the bidding, ladies and gentlemen, with me. And let me see, 30, 35, 40,000 I have. 40,000 I have for the Porsche at 40,000 now. 40,000 I can sell it at 40. 40,000 is already bid with me at 40,000. 40,000 now. Any advance at 40,000 now, the bid is at 40. At 40,000 then. At 40,000 then. Any advance at 40,000. Am I selling 42? I have. Thank you, sir. 42 is in the room and selling at 42,000. 42,000 right here in the room and selling it for the Porsche at 42. Online is 45. Online is 45 now. 45 on my right right to have bidding as well. 45 against you. Would you like 48? 48 now. 50,000. 50,000. Online, 50 is against you. 50,000. Would you like 55? 50,000 is the bid against you at 50,000. 50,000 is the bid against you at 50,000. Any advance at 50,000? 50,000 then. The bid is at 50,000 now. 55 is in the room. 55 is in the room now. It's 55,000 in the room and selling at 55. At 55,000. 60,000. 60,000. 65. 65,000. 70,000. 70,000 against. 70,000 gegen Sie. 70,000 is a bid against you at 70,000. 70,000 contre vous. 70,000 then. On the phone at 70,000. 70,000 then still on the phone with Gregory on the phone at 70. 70,000 then. 75 now. 75. 75,000 now. New place. 75. 80,000. Thank you so much at 80,000. 80,000. No, right? That was a wave to people. That's the second time at your table, though. You're good at it. 75. Let's keep it here, though. 75,000. I have 80 now. Thank you so much. You're saved. 80,000. 80,000 now. The bid is at 80,000. 80,000. We should have sold it for it, just for that. 80,000 against you, Gregory, at 80. 80,000. 80,000 then. The bid is at 80,000 then. Gregory's bid at 80,000. Any advance at 80,000? 80,000 then. And selling at 80,000. Fair warning at 80,000. It's 80,000 and selling 85. 85, thank you. 82 I'll take, sir. Thank you. 82. 82,000 now. 82,000. Would you like 85, Gregory? 82,000.
Come a long way.
83. That's what happens. 84? 85. Thank you. 85. 85,000. Laatste kans, Gregory. 85,000. The back of the room is your bid, sir, at 85 and selling at 85 at 85,000. 221, 85,000. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Lot number 149 is the 993 Turbo, of course, and one of the most commented on, I think, cars in our preview downstairs because of that fantastic special order paint finish. Supplied new to Saudi Arabia, showing 26,000 kilometers. It does require recommissioning, but generally seems to be cosmetically quite an original car. And so I'll pass over to you, Martin, to do the honors.
Thank you very much. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, the Porsche 911. We're going to open the bidding here with me with all the absentee bidder, quite a lot of interest, phones as well. 75, 80,000 I have, 80,000 I have, 80,000 now, 100,000, 100,000 now, 100,000 now, 100,000 now, 100,000 now, 100,000 now. The bid is at 100, 100,000 now, 105, 105,000, 105,000, 110 online, 110 online. I'll take 150 next, 110,000 now. The bid is at 110,000, 115,000. Your place, thank you, sir. 115,000. Against you online as well now, 150. 115,000. 115,000. Next is 120. 115,000 now. The bid is at 115,000 here in the room at 115,000. 115,000 then. At 115,000, 120 now. 120 standing. 120, 125. 125,000. 125,000 contro di te, Pierre. 125,000 now. 125,000 gegen die geboten. 125. 150,000. 100, thank you very much. 150,000 online. You did at 130. I'm sorry, 150 now. We're ahead of the game. I'll ask for 155 next. 150,000 now. The bid is at 150,000 now. 155 online. 155 is online at 155,000. 155, 150,000. 155, 155,000 en fait. 160,000. 160,000 now. With Pierre at 160,000. 165 is online. 165 is online, Pierre, against you to 165. 165 now, looking for 170. 165,000 now. 165 is my online bid at 165,000. 170,000 online. 190,000. 180,000. Sorry, Roger. 180,000. Sounds also better. It's like if we're playing darts. 180,000 anyway, against you. Who'll give me 185? 180,000 is the bid at 180. 185 is online. 185 now. Online bid at 185. Against you in the room at 185. Would you like 190? 185, Pierre. 185 is the bid at 185,000. 185,000, and the bid is at 185 against you, Roger, as well as 185. 185,000 then. It's my online bidder. Online is 190 against you now. Online against you. Thank you very much, sir, in the end. 190,000 is Roger's bid now at 190,000. 190,000. 190,000. 195 online. 195 online. Roger, you've been with me all this way at 195. Let's do it. At 195,000. 200,000. Thank you very much online. Against you, 200. We're not definitely setting the clock for 205. Well done, Katrina. God, I'm making it all up now, eh? I'm sorry. 200,000 is the bid. No, not the bidding. I didn't make the bidding up. 200,000 now. The bid is at 200,000 now. We'll give me 205 online. Are we going for 200,000? 205 is next. 200,000 against you all on the phones. 200,000, and it's Roger's bid at 200,000. Going once at 200,000. Pierre, 205 will be next. 205 is your bid. 205,000. 205,000 now. The bid is at 205 now against you, Gregor. Not against Gregor, but against Roger. 205,000 is Pierre's bid at 205,000. 208,000. Feels like we're getting there at 208. Thank you, Roger. Pierre, against you at 208,000 now. The bid is at 208,000.
In your way again.
208,000. Shall we go to 210? Pierre, 208,000. Only 2,000 at 208,000 against you. 210,000, Roger. At 210,000. 210,000. 210,000. At 210,000 is the bid against you. 200, Roger, is the bid against you. 210,000. And you know what, Roger? I'll take 212. 212,000, Pierre. Contre vous. 212,000 contre vous. 212,000. Shall we go 215? At 212,000 now. The bid is at 212,000. It's Roger's bid at 212,000 Swiss francs against you. 212,000 with Roger on the phone. 212,212,000. 212,000 is the bid at 212,000 now. It's Roger's bid at 212,000. 212,000. Are we all done on the left at 212,000? Pierre at 212,000. Flying last chance at 212,000 now. 212,000 and then selling if we're all done at 212,000. Fair warning. And selling at 212,000 at 212,000 francs Suisse. 212,000. 6121. Well done.
Thank you to all our bidders on that lot. Lot 150 1963 Bentley S3 Continental Coupe. Understated sort of charm and class to this particular car. The quad headlamp model, and again a Swiss delivery car from new, offered here today for recommissioning, but without reserve.
Thank you very much. And we're going to open the bidding, ladies and gentlemen, on this lot. I have the bidding here with me with 20,000. 20,000 is bid. 20,000 I can sell at 20,000 now. 20,000, 22, 25. 25 I have in my book. 28, 30,000. 30,000 still with me at 30,000. 32, 35. 35 still with me. 38, 40,000. 40,000, 40,000, gegen Sie noch immer. 40,000, 40,000 still my bid. 42, 45. 45,000, still here at 45. 45,000 now, the bid is at 45. 45,000 then, any advance at 45,000? 45,000 now, the bid is at 45. At 45,000 and selling at 45 to my absentee bidder at 45. 45,000, 45,000, any advance at 45. Am I selling? 47, 50,000. 52,000 is in the room. At 52,000, 52,000, 52,000 in the room. Any advance at 52, then it's 52 in the room. Next bid is 55 online at 52, and we're selling at 52,000. 55 online. 55 then, online at 55,000. The bid is at 55. Merci beaucoup at 55,000. Et on la vend à 55,000 at 55,000. 55,000 with my online bidder. Thank you very much at 55,000. 6022. Lot number 151.
Particularly rare car, this one, Martin, the 71 AC428 Fastback Coupe, offered here without reserve. Only about 50 of these cars were built. It's a left-hand drive example as well, which makes it even rarer. Came from Belgium originally, Belgian-delivered car, and stayed there for the majority of its life until it was purchased in 2010 by our vendor, and now offered here today without reserve.
All right, thank you very much. And we're going to open a bidding here with me with my absentee bidder, ladies and gentlemen. I have the bids here with me at 25, 28, 30,000 I have. 30,000, 30,000, 32, 35. 35, I still in my absentee bid. 35, it's against you. Would you like 38? 35,000 is still with me. 35,000 is with me, and I can sell it at 35,000 to my absentee bidder at 35. 38 online, hello. 40,000 against you online. 40,000 is ahead of you. Would you like 42? 40,000. Next bid is 42. 40,000. 42, 45 with Roger. 45 now. That was 42. 45 is Roger. 45 now. Who'll give me 48?
Bid.
48 now with Gregory. Thank you. 48,000. 40,000. 48,000 now. The bid is at 48. 50 also for you online. At 48,000. 50,000 online. 50,000 a line against you both, gentlemen. At 50,000. I'll do 52. 50,000. 52 with Gregory. At 52 now. 52,000. 52,000 against you as well, Roger, at 52. At 52. 55,000. Thank you, Gregor. 55,000. Tegen u, Gregory. At 55. 58 is bid. 58,000. 52,000. 58,000. At 58,000. Shall we go 60? 58,000 now. The bid is at 58,000. 52,000. 58,000. Now the bid is at 58. 58,000. At 58,000. The bid is at 58,000. And on my right, going once at 58,000, 60,000 online. 60,000 online. Excusez-moi, Philippe. 60,000 c'est déjà fait en ligne. 60,000 is the bid online. 60,000. 62 is bid. 62,000 now. 62. 62 against you online as well. Next is 65. At 62,000. At 62 now. 62,000. 63. 63,000. 65 online. Thank you, online. 65 online. The bid is online at 65,000. 65,000 now. 68,000 against you online. Would you like to make it 70? 68,000 now. 68,000 now. The bid is at 68. 68,000 now. At 68,000 now. 68,000 now. Still at 68. 68,000 and 70 online. 70,000 en ligne. 70,000 contre vous. 70.000 tegen u, Gregory. 70 is tegen. Zullen we 72 doen? 70,000, 72. 721, I've got 72. 72 already. 72 already. 72,000 I have. 73,000. 73,000. 74,000. 74,000. Yeah. 74 now. 75,000, thank you. 75,000. 76,000. 76,000. 77,000. 78,000. 78 is bid. The bid is at 78,000 then. 78,000 now. Gregory at 78. 79,000. 79,000. 79 tegen. 80,000. 80,000 now. The bid is at 80,000. 80,000 at 80,000 now. We're all done at 80,000 online as well. 80,000 and it's with Gregory on the phone at 80. And selling it for all done at 80,000. 81 online. 81,000. Ja, sorry. Maar we kunnen nog. 82,000, 82,000 online against you. 82,000, 82,000, 82,000 now at 82,000. 82,000 and the bid is at 82. 82 is in the room at 82,000. Fair warning at 82. At 82,000 and selling at 82,000. 82,000, 10, 20. Ja, merci.
Thank you very much. Returning maybe to Belgium, I guess. Lot 152, the 1952 Mercedes 220 Cabriolet A, a rare and stylish model, of course, one of only around 1,200 of these particular cars made. This one, again, from long-term ownership since 2012, offered here today without reserve for recommissioning.
Thank you very much. We're going to open a bidding on this lot, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to start a bidding with me at... let's see, let's start a bidding at 20,000, at 20,000 now, 20,000. Who'll give me 20,000 for this? 20,000 without reserve, 20,000 I have, 20,000 I have, 20,000. Would you like 22? 20 is against you. Would you like 22? I have 22 online. 25,000. 25 is in the room. 25 is in the room now, against your line as well, 25. 25,000 now. The bid is at 25,000. It's in the far end in the room. At 25,000 then, 28 against. 28,000 with my online, 30,000. 30,000 back in the room, in the room at 30,000, 30,000 now. The bid is at 32 online. 32 online, would you like 35? Is bid 35,000 against you online, would you like 38? 35,000 is the bid against at 35,000. 35,000 now. Against you at 35. 35,000 and with the gavel up at 35,000. 38,000. 38,000. 38,000. Merci. At 38,000, 40,000 online. 40,000. 42. 42 is against you online. At 42,000. 42,000. 42,000 now. The bid is at 42. Would you like 45? At 42,000. 45,000. 47,000. 47,000. Next is 50. 47,000 then. The bid is at 47,000 then. 47,000. 47,000 now. 47 is against you online. At 47, 50,000. 52. 52,000. 52,000. 52,000 now. Against you online. Would you like 55? At 52,000. At 52,000 now. 55. 57,000. 57,000 now. Would you like 60 online? 57,000. 57,000. 57,000 now. Against you online at 57. Would you like to make it 60? At 57,000. 57,000 now. The bid is at 57. It's back here. 60,000. 60,000 and at 60,000 and we all done at 60,000. 60,000. 60,000 and selling at 60,000. 60,000 online. Pedal 6230. 60,000.
Lot 153 then, Martin, is the 76 Rolls-Royce Kamal Coupe, the elegant model, the flagship model from Rolls-Royce of its era. Pininfarina styling and a very nice colour combination on this particular one. Quite a rare car actually, only 530 or so built. Offered here without reserve and offered here for recommissioning over the winter months.
Thank you very much. And also, ladies and gentlemen, pleased to confirm that the car is offered with an owner's manual, sundry invoices, and an original 2008 US registration number. And we're going to start the bidding here with me on this lot in absentee 25, 28, 30,000. 30,000 I have. 30,000. 30,000. 32, 35. 35 already ahead of you. Would you like 38? 35 is my bid then at 35,000. 35,000. 35,000 and the bid is at 35. Any advance at 35? I'm selling the car at 35,000. At 35,000 only then to the absentee bidder at 35. If we're all done, 35,000 then and selling to the absentee bidder at 35. 35,000. 35,000. 35,000 absentee.
Lot 150.
6022. Nope.
Sorry, I caught you off there again, Martin. My apologies. The 75 Jensen Interceptor convertible. Again, a relatively rare car. About 500 convertibles built. This one, a USA specification model coming from our vendor since 2007 and offered again without reserve.
Without reserve?
No, there's no SRN.
And no silver notice. There you go. Why don't we start at 10,000? Who'll give me 10,000 for this? 10,000. Looking for 10,000 for the Jensen Interceptor. Thank you. 10,000 I have. 10,000. And the bid is at 10 and selling. I've got 11,000 against you. 12,000. 13,000. 13,000 and 13,000, 13,000 and the bid is at 13,000. Any advance at 14,000 online. 14,000, 14,000 is online. 14,000 is ahead of you at 14,000, 15,000. 15,000 in the room at 15,000 in the room. At 15,000 now, the bid is at 15,000. Any advance at 15. 15,000, 16,000 online. 16,000, 16,000. 16,000 then online at 16,000. At 16. 16,000 with my online bidder at 16. 16,000 at 16,000. What? 18? Thank you very much, Daniela. 18,000. 18,000. 18,000 is against you online. Would you like to make it 19? 19,000 online. Can we do 20? Possiamo fare 20? 19,000 contro di voi? Facciamo 20? 19,000, 20,000 I have now with Pierre Freddy. Thank you very much at 20,000. 20,000 now. Back in the room at 20 at 20,000. 20,000, next is 22. 20,000 and 22 online. 22,000 en ligne. 22,000. I could give you for 24. 22 is online at 22,000. At 22,000 now against Daniela as well. 22,000 and it's 22,000 with my online bidder at 22. Are we done at 22? Are you sure? 22,000 and the bid is at 24 online. 24,000 en ligne maintenant. But yep, there's two bidders online at 24 now. Next is 26 at 24,000. At 24,000, shall we go 26 online? 24,000, 26 I have at 26 for the Jensen. 26,000 at 26. Can we go 28? 26,000 is the bid. Current bid at 26. Any advance at 26,000? At 26. Are we all done? 26,000. 28 now. 28 still on ligne. 28,000. 20,000. 28,000 now. Shall we go 30? 28,000. 28,000. And the bid is at 28,000 and the gavel is up online at 28. Are you still with me? Battle number 6191. Yes, you are. 30,000. And you're back at 30,000. Asking for 32 now at 30,000. 30,000 now. The bid is at 30,000. Are we done at 30,000 or still bidding at 30,000 then? 30,000 then. The bid is at 30. Going once at 30,000 and twice at 30,000. Fair warning at 30,000. If we're all done, I'm selling them online at 30,000. At 30,000. 30,000 online at 6191.
Moving to lot 155, our last car of the sale, but not our last lot of the sale. But I'm going to get the sale room notice on this one because it's the last one, I promise. Offered here without reserve, a US delivery example of the fabulous V12 Roadster, arguably one of the most usable of the E-types, and fitted here with a factory hardtop. And the notice is a positive one because we can now offer this car with an original registration document. It's a UK registration document, and that's an original, not a photocopy as stated in our catalogue.
Thank you very much, Paul. And we're going to open the bidding here with me. I have with my absentee bids 30, 32, 35. 35 I have. 35,000 is the bid with me at 35,000. Now 35 I have, and I can sell at 35,000. 35,000 now. The bid is with me at 35. Any advance of 38 online. 40,000 is against you online. 40,000 is ahead of you. Carl Miedle is against you at 40,000 now. 40,000. Any advance of 40, 42, 45 is still against you online. Still with my absentee bidder. Against you at 45,000. 45 now. My bid. Would you like to make it 48? At 45,000 now. The bid is at 45,000 against you in the room as well at 45. At 45,000 then, 48,000 online, thank you. 50,000 with my absentee bidder. At 50, Senkel Miedle. 50,000 still against you now for the Jaguar E-Type at 50. 50,000 is the bid against, would you like 55? 50,000 is the bid against you online at 50,000. 50,000 then, against you at 50. At 50,000, would you like 55? 50,000, 55, thank you. 60,000, still in my book. 60,000 now, against you at 60. 60, would you like 65? 60,000 is still with me at 60. At 60,000 then. 60,000 Swiss against you at 60. Would you like to make it 65 at 60? At 60,000 then. 60,000 is with me. 60,000 against you in the room as well. 60,000. Maybe it helps if we put the clock for 62. At 60,000 now. 60,000. Could we put the clock for 62, please? At 60,000. 60,000 now. You can bid 62 online if you wish. At 60,000 now. The bid is at 60,000. Still with my absentee bidder. Still against you at 60. At 60,000. And if we're all done, I'm going to have the gavel up and we're going to hammer it down at 60,000. 62 online. Thank you. 65 is against you. 65 is against you now. Would you like 68? 65 is against you. Would you like to make it 68,000? At 65 ahead of you. 65,000. Still with me at 65 in my book. At 65,000 online. Would you like to make it 68,000 then? At 65. Any advance at 65,000 now? Are we done? At 65,000 then. Phones as well. Room is at 65. At 65,000. And hammering down and selling at 65,000 francs Suisse. 65 absentee bids 6066. 65,000.
Which brings us to the final lot of our sale here today, lot 156, which is a very, very nicely presented 1998 Ducati 916. What a rare bike, one of about 300 or so built. This one benefits from a recent service. There's an invoice on file, quite a substantial sum of money from April 2022. It's a very nicely presented bike and offered here today as the final lot of our sale.
Thank you very much. And we are going to open the bidding here on this lot, ladies and gentlemen. Having the bidding with me at 9,000, 9,005, 10,000, 10,000 I have. 10,000 I have. 10,000 I have. 11,000 now. 11,000 now. The bid is at 11,000. 11,000 now. 11,000. 12,000. 12,000. 13,000. 14,000 now. 14,000 now. 14,000. 14,000 against you. Would you like 15? 14,000. 15,000. 15,000. 15,000. 16,000. 16,000. 16,000 against you. Would you like 17? 17,000. 17,000. 18,000. 18,000. 18,000, 18,000. 18,000 is against. 18,000. Shall we make it 19? 19,000, 19,000. 20,000. 20,000. 20,000. I'll do 22 next. 20,000. 20,000. 20,000 contre vous. 20,000 contre di lei. 20,000 is against you. 20,000 now. Are you trying? Oh, 22 online. 22 en ligne. Facciamo la prossima 25, 24. No? Sicurissimo? 22,000 allora, 22,000, 22,000, 22,000 contre vous aussi, monsieur. 24 sera le prochain. 22,000, 22,000, 22,000. No? Siamo sicurissimi? Anche per tre, eh? 22, facciamola, lasciamola 22,000, it's 22,000 and the bid is with me at 22 and we're selling at 22 with my online bidder at 22,000, fair warning at 22, against you well sir, 20,000 last chance, la dernière chance, se non ci sono le altre offerte, 22,000. 22,000 online. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. 6161. It was a pleasure to be back here at the Gstaad Hotel. Again, thank you very much. We are, of course, thanking again Andrea Schertz and the team for allowing us to be here. And we hope to see you very soon again for our next sale, which is Quail. Still give us some cars for Zoet if you want to, because we have still a few openings. And thank you very much.